Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, to great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Maazi, Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra Land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 22nd day of April 2024. Tata Bobochi Orie, Obochiafo, sorry, Tata Bobochiafo. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well wishers onto this hallowed platform, irrespective that I'm 1 hour late before broadcasting, but I've been here playing all these clips and also trying to wait for my comrade that I should be broadcasting with today, but it's not available today finally. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE. Coming from Radio Biafra London, we are here live and direct. Once again, today is the 22nd day of the 4th month, being April 2024. Tata Bobochiafo. You can be hearing Radio Biafra London live on our frequency modulation in Biafra land 102.1. As our brothers complained from Aba as of yesterday, be assured that our FM is under some work. Our FM relay stations are under repairs, and in no distant time it will be booming as usual. Therefore, invite your friends and well wishers, though today is going to be short because I'm 1 hour late, though I've been here playing some clips which you are listening. But we must continue because there is no going back, no shaking. You know, the beauty of this, that is why when you are contributing in one way or the other in this efforts, IPOB efforts, please, even if somebody don't praise you, praise yourself. You are sent. I used to tell you that. I used to say this. Do you know what Nigerian government, I know as of now, is more than $1 billion they have been spending in order to scatter IPOB? Do you know what it means? A country like Nigeria trying to do what? To destroy IPOB, but they don't even come closer to shaking the foundation of IPOB. They don't even come close. They spray money anyhow. And you think you are downgrading what you are contributing in your effort. You are downgrading it. No, please. Do not. Be happy that you are part of this history, that you are part of making history. Nigeria, the way IPOB is being structured, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it, that it will take more than 150 years for you to come in closer to shaking the foundations of IPOB. Not destroying it, shaking it. Shaking it. They spend money. They use, let me tell you one thing. People duped to Nigeria, both international, different international people from other countries, and even Nigerians themselves in high places. They duped Nigeria governments millions and millions of dollars in promising them that they will do this and that against IPOB, and IPOB will be down. And Nigeria government, they don't even ask. They will pay. Name your amount. They say $30 million. They send immediately, and they will be laughing. What I'm telling you, the Nigerian government know. They know. Nigerian government knows it. Another person will get contact, go and collaborate with the Nigerian embassy in Switzerland. There is this and that, this idea, I will do it, and name your price, $50 million. They pay. See, IPOB will be this. Don't worry. They will pay. At the end of the day, they will find out that is coming. Have you forgotten when they boasted that Radio Biafra is destroyed? Even it came out in the whole Nigerian media. They were boasting that Radio Biafra is down and down forever. They have destroyed Radio Biafra. Nigerian government boasted through, National Broadcasting Corporation, NBC, that they have destroyed Radio Biafra. Today, they are even tired. They no more think about, if you come and tell them that don't worry, give me money, I will destroy Radio Biafra. Nigerian government can even jail you. Unless from abroad, they will snub you, because they know it's impossible. They have understood that it is practically impossible. We are in an age, a cut-edge technology. The age of IT, information technology age. And who comes, will you, which government, when you talk even about Nigeria doing things or doing, you talk Biafrans. That's it. Is it Aboki that never even know how to use big to write, that we come and do something for you to destroy IPOB? Is it what you're expecting? Or we come for information technology? Is it? They don't care they bug the clip between Kule and Alhaji. You don't see what Alhaji was saying, mocking even themselves. He said, who Aboki know how to do anything? Nigeria, where would they talk? No be Igbo man. If Igbo man never do, just make Igbo man a friend for you to. He will one day vomit something for you to use to survive. He mocked themselves. He said, they know the reality. Anya mo kakaraka. Just okay. They know. So if any person that comes to tell them, no, don't worry, I will destroy IPOB, they say, come on, get out. You are talking rubbish. That is why the infiltrator is going down, because doors are closed on him. Are you understanding? They have now understood that, look, this thing of trying to destroy IPOB is effort in futility. That is why they say, okay, let us hold their leader. At least in forget, let them be IG. Do you see? Because they have tried all they could. They have played all their cards in order to destroy IPOB, but they never even come to shaking the foundation of IPOB. They didn't come closer to shaking the foundation. They use the criminals. They unleash criminals. They unleash propaganda. Today they are saying that I think Nigerian military or police boss, they say they are going to train social media warriors in the southeast. I know Mohamu. They want to come in our home. In our home. You understand? One of our comrades, he say he doesn't, even if he's sleeping, he holds his a smartphone. To the extent he will be sleeping deep, but his hand is on his smartphone. They don't know that we are 247 on social media. We are there. Everywhere. We are there. So they said they are going to train. Why do you think that they are coming to Southeast? Because that is the Gowon policy or Gowon plan. Gowon said, had it been he understood the Igbos, he wouldn't have spent money and lives of people, Nigerians. using billions or losing billions, if not trillions of dollars to fight, import, war machines to fight Biafra. He would have used a few Biafrans, paid them just a fraction of that money, and they will do the job for them. That is the idea they are using now. The more you go, the more you learn. We learn from experience. These 3 years of rendition in Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, we learn many things. I'm telling you honestly, because they came through different ways. I know Allah. That is why as you are hearing my voice, watching cable, if you are genuinely in this struggle, contributing your own quota in any way, na Maazi Nwada Koronwagina Kabiko, they were sent now. You are fighting a selfless war. That is one thing I used to tell people. They thought that our enemies miscalculated that, Igbos, we can never join together to fight for something that we might not benefit from even. We might die and not even to benefit from it, but it will be our future generations' benefit. That is what they calculated. But this generation showed them that they are wrong. They are wrong. We are fighting a wholesome war. Genuinely committed. Forget about the few people that might be used, cornered and used. It's normal. Everywhere you have them. Are you hearing me? There is no place in this world where there is freedom fighting that they don't have saboteurs in their midst. It's impossible. There is no place. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Look, when you study or check about even the Palestinian own fight, they have saboteurs among them, among the Palestinians. For your information, sometimes they fish them out, they kill them in public. Because saboteurs are the real witch that should not be spared. When you hear suffer not a wish to live, is them saboteur. Any person or a group of people that is sabotaging the people's collective efforts for collective survival. They are not fit to live. I suppose all weekend, painful death. I am telling you. So we must continue what we are doing. It doesn't matter whatever that is happening. Let us understand that we are in a fight for freedom. All gone. Fighting for freedom. It's not a no. Whatever we are doing, fight. Because in this world, for you to surface, you have to fight to surface. Are you hearing me? For you have to fight to force yourself out. If you plant a corn seeds, in the next few days, you see them sprouting. That sprouting is a fight. To penetrate the soil is a fight, for your information. Because they need to come out, they want to survive. That's why they need to come out. And, in order to be getting sunlight for their continuous existence. Therefore, if you think that, this thing safe, nothing, every time Biafra, let me tell you, most of the countries you are enjoying today, they fought. For a long time, they fought. They fought for survival. They fought for their genuine independence. They fought for them to reach where they are today, where you are in their countries and enjoying. Thinking that he came in one day. You are in Japan listening to me. Do you know what it took them? Do you know what it took them? They fought with the Europeans. They fought with their own saboteurs, internal saboteurs. They fought to maintain themselves, their culture, their tradition. They fought, for their what you see them enjoying today. They fought for it. And it's not a day job. The worst thing with our people is we are duped into looking for shortcuts. This is a disease, Yeah, warrior. Always looking for shortcuts to do something. And we also think that fighting for freedom, there is a shortcut. There is no single shortcut. And our people are getting it. Have you forgotten a few years back? People will call in the radio. Hey, I say several times. Hey, Britain, why now? Why are you doing us like this? You converted us to Christiana and we accepted. You tell us to wear tie, even we are wearing tie more than you. We are, we are Christians, so we are following you. Even you say change your name, and we change our names, answering John, answering Donald, answering this and that, your names. Now, why can't you love us now? That was at the beginning of this. I had it several times. I had it several times. Even during the time of Onyendu on air. People used to call and say, now we have accepted to be servant. We serve you very well. Why United Nations? Now why are you not helping us? The more you serve, the more obedient you are, the more they convert you into slave. That is the world we are living. Are you hearing me? The more obedient you are, the more you are being converted into complete slave. Onyoru. Not a servant, a slave. From servantship, they convert you into complete slavery. In this world, you should know how to rebel. You should know how to discard your life and say, nah, I no go gree. That is how the world is. It is the survival of the fittest. I know by now, many of us now, it is being downloaded in our brains. During the time of ANC, you know how many decades they fought? Children were mowed down on the streets by police. Still, you see, the West, we are defending them. Oh, the West, we are supporting them. Calling freedom fighters, people that were fighting for their survival, calling them terrorists. He didn't debar them. He didn't stop them from fighting. In South Africa, you are enjoying today. Sometimes I ask myself, if this is us, for example, do you think that we Biafrans, we Igbos can return this? Return the fire? Complete. Children will come out to protest because that time they will put school puppies under 10 to carry their flag singing, moving, so that adults will be following at the back, thousands. The apartheid, the police and military will level their gun. The way they shot us in Aba, in Onisha, in many places, they will, in the glares of the international community, they shoot them to pieces. Children. And you see the West, Europe and America, still supporting them. Calling ANC, say they are terrorists. Defending the undefensible. But did they stop them from fighting? From moving on? Because this is the world we are in. We are in an evil world. Are you hearing me? What do you think that made Bill Gates to engage to destroy lives in Nigeria? What do you think? Do you think that Bill Gates is doing it alone? It is with the tacit support of the American government and Europe. It is the tacit support, but they are just putting him as a figurehead. but they are behind. That is what they have in stock for us. Therefore, it is for us to fight and continue fighting for survival. Look at how they turn things upside down. Something will happen. Instead of treating it as it is, you will see they will be playing politics, turning it upside down. The victim becomes, the victim now becomes a culprit. And you know, saying now, what is happening in this world? What is happening? That's why sometimes I cannot understand. I cannot understand. When we talk about evil, sin, now I start asking myself, what is really sin? Why do powerful people or powerful governments, they condone evil, they use sin, they use crime, they use evil in order to attend to their, just for their own benefit. They use all sorts of things. But the masses in the lowest cadre, you are afraid of sin. Oh, the people that are committing mass murder, people that are committing genocide, they don't even care. They don't have conscience. I could remember one of in the history of the Nuremberg trial, when they arrested the high echelons of Hitler, as they were trying them. One of them, I watched the documentary. They prosecuted the United Nations or International Community prosecutor. He came and started reading to him, you don't have conscience of clearing the Jews, and you, without conscience, you committed genocide. You're supposed to have you committed the man. Do you know what he told the prosecutor? He says, spare me this S. He used a machine. He said, spare me this arrant nonsense. You are telling me about conscience? It is the masses that you have to talk about conscience. We are history makers. You don't tell me about conscience. You don't tell me about, you know what I'm talking. We are the people that are on top of conscience. Okay? So spare me that nonsense you are telling me about this. We are the people that are on top of conscience. So there is nothing like conscience or crime or this and that. We live above this. That statement still today, it baffles me. And it's what they are doing. It is the mentality of the most powerful people. I'm telling you honestly. If not, George Bush should be sent into The Hague for international crime. The same like Tony Blair. Because do you know millions of people that these people killed? With lies. What of Libya? The former French president, Sarkozy, and Obama, all of them. And Clinton's wife. Do you know but they're above the law. So when you talk about conscience, this and that, it's for lower people. They use all these things to hold. That is why they say religion is the opium of the masses. It is just for the masses. There are a class of people. There is a class when you pass there, all these things doesn't. What matters? You are looking at things, solving issues holistically. Even if it means he clear a race, that is not your problem. Otherwise, do you think that Bill Gates will be going around the world? Do you think that he should be going around the world with the crime he's committing? Do you think so? Are you telling me so? So why am I saying this? This world is about fighting for your survival. The only thing is that not individual survival, because normally our individual survival depends on our collective survival. I used to say this, and this is where we Igbo Biafrans misunderstood life. Are you hearing me? we misunderstood life in this way. We thought that we can do it single, because they have inflicted this type of mentality since 1970 in our psyche. And we thought that once you make your personal money and you build a house, you are okay, that everything is all right. No, it is like it's not all right. You are not okay until we as a people becomes okay. Are you hearing me? You know, enlightenment make the Europeans to understand the importance of collectivity. That we as a people supposed to be okay. Before one person will be deemed okay. Before individuals should be deemed okay. And they set up building system. Do you know what it means? Building a system that keeps everybody okay. Are you hearing me? Not individual. Now you build your mansion and you are saying, you know, you're okay. In your village, you are the only person that have a 3-story building. You have 247 electricity because you can fuel them. There is one time, I think last 2 or 3 years, I played the clip. One pastor, whether later I think he also apologized, because one pastor, I think in Aba or in Owerri, that even chased out some IPOB members from his church. That pastor Chijioke something, I could remember the name, if I'm not mistaken, that said that, oh, you have to go and hustle, do your own thing, oh, so that you will become one of the people that are fuel. As you are saying that things are hard, there are people that are fueling their listers, their generators 247. Just pray for you to be one of them individual. Not saying we. No. That is a very, very bad mentality that should be crushed. Are you hearing me? That is why also the reason why we always point into religion. Because the religion they brought into our land, it continue inflaming, bloating, fueling individualism, fueling, you know, selfishness in us. Just pray to God, you and your family, and so that you'll be okay. Where others pass and have problem, only you will pass and you will have no problem. Why do you want others to have problem in the first place? Do you see the logic we bring that they cannot answer? They cannot reply back. That is why we say the system, I mean, the religion itself has some the doctrines that is against our well-being as a people. They always promote to you as an individual. You understand? Where thousands will fall on my side, thousands so is your people. You don't care about them. Now thousands will fall on your left, you will be there, no problem. And you will glorify the name of Jehovah and you shout amen. You know, it makes you believe that you as an individual can do it as long as that your God is with you, which is very wrong for a people. First of all, you shouldn't allow thousands to fall. Do you see our logic? And then they don't go enter into all this all logics. They don't enter. That is why you will see an Igbo man, he will enter a vehicle and the vehicle will have accidents. Out of 12 people there, 8 will die and 4 of them will be fortunate to be alive. And now they will go and give a heavy testimony, you know, cook for people, to entertain people that they are alive, that God loves them more. That is what the doctrine of religion we are in promoted. Selfishness. I don't know. I'm saying, let people come so that we host program with opposite or opposing view about religion. Let us talk like brothers. Let us learn from each other. These are the doctrines that made us to be more, individualistic and selfish. But here on Radio Biafra, we preach if others, your brothers, your fellow brothers, are going falling, you help them. They shouldn't fall. If they fall at your right hand, you say you yourself, you have to be unhappy. Why should they fall? You have to look for solution, because you go be. That is what we preach here. Is it not? Is it not? If you and you go and give testimony that now, all these things made us to forget about looking for collectivity, collective interests. The Europeans' enlightenment made them. They become solid, and that life now has been inserted in their mindset. That is the way they live now. Collectivity. That is why they have collective tourism. Anywhere they go, what I'm telling you is reality. Anywhere they go, they tried everything to be together, to do things together, because they understand that it's not one person trying to be higher than everybody doing. No. They want to carry themselves along. Are you hearing me? Do you see the difference? Whereas you want to be the highest in your village, in your community, so that everybody will be bowing down to you. No. Because when it is only you that is rich in your family or in your village, you are poor. Are you hearing me? Because those other people, they will not allow you to rest. Before you know a Krugi, you'll be kidnapped. That is what is going on in our land. Because people, the wealth is not something that came out of our collectivity. It is individual hustling. Because nothing binds us together. No ideology, no government binds us together to carry us along. Do you see the reason why IPOB leadership is carrying every member, trying to carry everybody along, so that when we see that there are people that are going off the fold, the leadership can say, stop, let us hold on to count. What is happening? That is a pace. It is not that speed you will like as an individual. Because if you go to that speed, that will send both speed. Some other people, and you leave them to the wolves. That is why there are people that wants to run more, but everything is controlled. Please wait. Let us wait for others. No, these people are weak. No, wait. One want to faint, others want to faint. Wait, just let us hold on. Do you see? That is collective race. That is how it's supposed to be. Let us remove ourselves from this spirit of shortcut. Freedom fighting, there is no shortcut on freedom fighting. The only way is the hard way. That is what we are doing. So, if you give time frame of freedom fighting, when is Biafra going to come? Oh no, it's going to come in the next 2 months, in the next 3 years, in the next 10 years. Know that the person is fake. That is why when I look at all these people following all these infiltrators, I say, whether are they themselves or they are under spells? Somebody will tell you that don't worry, be counting down. Biafra will come in 150 days. After, people will believe him, continue counting. After the 150 days, say no, it is spiritual. We want to upset Nigeria to, they will give one film scene, idiotic, childish talk, and they will still continue. And this struggle made me understand that our people are lacking behind mentally. when it comes to political thinking, political reasoning, our people are lagging behind. Many of our people are like babies. Forget about their educational qualification or their words. No. Don't look at that. Mentally, our people are inclined. They can hustle and make money. That is it. But the mentality, when it comes to our collective well-being, that is the politics of our collectivity. Very far. We are very far. I am telling you. When you engage some people that you think that they know in some general views of things, water that I went so it's not about agrama when we're in PhD. I am telling you honestly. And when some people, somebody will want PhD, but nothing. And when when it comes to money, they know how to make money. It's not what I'm talking. You understand? So, what am I saying? We should know how to be together. And that is what IPOB is trying to infuse in us about our collectivity, collective interest. That is it. And let us not be discouraged by the kidnapping of our leader. No. If you show any weakness to your enemy, he will make use of that. Are you hearing me? If your enemy understands your weakness, now is there they will be pinching. I've said this several times. I said if the Nigerian government, they thought that the center of gravity of this struggle is catch their leader, hold him tight, and they will scatter. Do you see it? Did we scatter? The answer is no. It's only very few individuals that don't know their left from the right that is talking nonsense to be used. No, I don't know. I'm confused now. I want to wait. Let Maazi Nnamdi Kanu come. If all of us is doing like that, do you think that Nigerian government will give a damn? They will be laughing. They will say, yes, we tell you, they have scattered. But as long as we continue doing things, continue pushing on, pushing for the restoration of Biafra, they say, the problem, they are independent. Now they will go back to start asking our leaders, saying, what do you think? How do you quell this thing, please? How do you think we shall rectify issues? My people are now now. But when you stop, because every time you come on air, you are crying, our leader. They will now see that is the center of gravity. That this their leader. Hey, now they hamper too much. Do you see that? Do you see the danger? But when you see that let's continue moving on. Our goal is Biafra. I name our activity. Name I suppose remain. They will look at and say, Haji doesn't even, they don't even herself. Are you hearing me? Now anything, they will start being confused and say, how do we stop this? They will now go back to the jail and start asking our leader, how do you think that how do we stop what is happening? How? Look, let me tell you. The leader of PKK, Kurdistan, that is Kurdish movement, in Turkey, Iraq, they have Syria and Iran, I think. It's a people, a nation that was scattered and put into four countries. The same thing we are suffering in Nigeria. Their leader, Abdullah Öcalan, for your information, he was renditioned from the same Kenya in 1999. They tricked him to come to Kenya for discussions, and he entered Kenya. Abdullah Öcalan, go and search for it. And he was renditioned there and taken from Kenya, the same Kenya, down to Turkey. Are you hearing me? Do you know what is 1999? Check how many years now. 2000 to today, 25 years now. He's still in jail in Turkey. And in solitary confinement, the jail where he is, only him there. I think it's an island. Only him there, no communication, nothing. But the Kurdistan, Kurdish PKK, they are still moving. For you to understand what is freedom fighting, it is not a joke. When they rendition our leader and we show weakness that, oh, wow, we can't do anything without our leader. Our enemy, they will laugh. They will say, they will crumble. They will crumble. Yes, Maazi, that pastor I'm talking, okay, Chijoke NS, yes, of Imo State, you are right. He's a pastor. So, when they say, he will crumble, they will crumble, because they know now that it's a weakness. No block us. But when we show no weakness, I move on. Hasn't now these people, okay? Hey, wow. I check on my I went to their center of gravity. No way. Do you see how things work? That is why when you are, I tell you, if you are in this struggle, kill a sentiment. Kill it. Warrior, sentiment, emotion. Warrior, let it die. Are you hearing me? Let it die. We are soldiers. We can be moving in battlefield, and somebody you drank tea early in the morning with as a soldier, struck the abyss, and you saw him into pieces. The person you 5 minutes ago you were talking with, joking with, it became pieces, and you move on. That is how you fight. That is how we are, and that is how we should be. But when you show weakness, hey, Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why sometimes, hey, release Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. Release him now. Release him. Are you crying to? Do you think even if he's going to be released, it's like hearing you will even make them to hold him? Say, nah. It seems they hold these people for blockers. I beg, no, release him. I beg. For your information, as it is, our leader, like Hana Fioto, is from the mouth of Ejimako. For your information, they put the charges of terrorism on our leader. They remove all those other charges before. They put charges of terrorism for our leader, and terrorism had death penalty. I can't cook. So that the terrorism had the death penalty in Nigeria. Are you hearing me? So that we understand the situation things are. Are you hearing me? Let me is from you have seen it. I know.
It's guaranteed to the lawyer and his client, and that enhances the defense. We are unable to discuss with him within that zone of confidentiality that is guaranteed between a lawyer and his client, and that enhances the defense. We shall prepare to properly defend him against charges that carry the death penalty. So,
against charges that carry the death penalty. So it's now we know. But before he didn't know they were attacking. Hey, now he knows. I think I am happy Maazi Chinasa said it. Some people no, let's wait until Maazi Nnamdi Kanu come out. You are crazy. You are not in freedom fighting. You are in freedom joking. The lawyer say even he carried the penalty for information. So it is we need to quadruple our efforts. That is the only thing. The leadership here. The siblings count higher, block higher, cool higher. See, no. If they put here, nothing. Let's listen to Maazi once more.
Everybody, today is 27th of January. The leadership is determined to do anything that we do with strategically how we have been do our research, conduct our plans, which we are not making it anybody but best. You see the people pushing to court. After Onye Ndungao, Onye is going to prison with the rubbish, with the rubbish and the kind of other place. These people are planning. Now we are talking in let me tell you people something that happened. You see the signal a day before the morning of the court, the morning of this court on 15 December. We are asking what are we expecting in the court on 15 December. We were told and they said we have tried our best. If we don't do anything they said, it is the wish of God. I am saying it on Radio Biafra because more people will want to divert attention. I am shouting it now. We stop all this rubbish court case, do this thing.
You have had it. QED. Our erudite law barristers, Ejiofor and Ozekeme, through the difficulty which this racist monkey Jimako is talking now, through the difficulties, they still had appeal courts that discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu. Instead of us to hold on there and now hold it there and with every support so that we continue what we are doing. They said no, they sold them, they this and now when you see they have with blackmail and menace threats pursue everybody. Ganon has said no fair trial. Oh, it's today no fair trial. But these people is now what these people have been fighting. The monster they have been jumping and fighting with the whole bugs in the hearings, everything. But still, Ozekome know how to do something. Ejiofor know how to talk, And today, when they got appeal court discharged and acquitted. Why is selfishness so devastating? Why can't we remove ourselves from this selfishness that is killing us? Why? Look at the clip I played about somebody that went to conference, an agricultural conference that governors, most governors in Nigeria, they sent on international conference on agriculture in Germany. Governors in Igbo land, they sent them letters, but they don't even mind. Their mindset is about looting, killing of that is bringing down Igbo youths, killing Igbo youths. Good Lord, Jonathan, I think he said it. He said that this state police that paper is good, but some governors will abuse it. And is Igbo land, Igbo governors now? Do they care for their people? Do they care for their people? See example of what is happening in Abia. That is a very good example. Where somebody that has his people's mind. Now we are understanding. Okay, he built an audio airport. Abia airport. Audio. And siphoned billions of naira. And you ask yourself, what are these people doing with this type of money? What are they doing with this type of paper money? What are they doing? What is above my understanding. There is even normally I myself there is a kind of money you will give. I say no, I don't even need it. Please, I don't need it. I don't need it. Personally. For what? What are they doing? So Somebody will take all that matters to him, siphoning money that is meant for building things, for improving the lives of population, paying salary they cannot pay. Hope also the man went on and hired. Have you forgotten during the election, governorship election? He spent 5 billion naira. He budgeted it, used it to book the whole hotels in Imo State, in the whole of Imo State. Have you forgotten that one? While smart thing we forget. 15 minutes memory. Have you forgotten? Hope also them are booked to hotels in the whole of Imo State. So that not all him now you start asking, but he don't pay salaries. Pensioners are dying because of lack of pension. And you ask, what type of, sometimes I will start imagining myself being one of them, in order to allow me to reason like them in this selfish way. I say, no, what will make me? What is it? Now you will be seeing your people suffering. You like it. People will be shouting, and you will have, billions and billions and billions of money packed and stacked somewhere, and you are happy. Does it make sense at all? No, it does not make sense. It does not make sense, honestly. It does not make sense. Let me just read just one or two news headlines before I open the lines, because as I said, today is going to be very short. You understand? I'm trying to bring our brother back, but I understand his excuse and he's okay. No, but within these few days, he will be with me as usual. Now, he said, Farmers Mietiala Union in Southwest signed peace pact in Oyo State. April 20, 2024, day before the yesterday's news. Now you ask, peace of what? Mietiala, they are foreigners, cattle headers that came in order to destroy farm crops. They are doing their private business. So farmers are doing their private business. Now all that they care is to destroy farm. Do you see that there is it's an agenda? There is something. And Dr. Jemanze has made it clear that they are bent. It is the sponsorship of Bill Gates. That thing you are calling, they are Islamizing, they are killing Christians, they are Islam. It's not about religion, but they fashion it to resemble a religious war, so that you will be, your eyes, everybody's eyes, both the culprit and the victim, will be thinking another thing, whereas the main agenda is ongoing. They destroy farm crops, original farm crops, original, because in order to input their fake, genetically modified organism food. You know what they do? They remove they switch off the nucleus that is responsible for reproduction, and change everything, so that once you eat it also, you yourself, it will enter into your body and disorganize your whole hormone system. And that thing will enter, you will not be able to produce. And you will be having bizarre sicknesses, genetic sicknesses, which you can also transmit to your future children, if you even have any. That is the agenda. Bill Gates is on the loose. Are you hearing me? But they will use religion. The people they are using, they'll tell them, you are fighting for Allah. The victims also say, this is a religious. Everybody now will be switched off from the reality, the real thing. It's very dangerous. The situation I know in Nigeria, all the dangerous. it needs down to earth overhauling and overall think tank in order to solve it. Now they are assigning headers, farmers, this thing. This is just to deceive people, just to make us under. Oh, okay, these people, they have signed. Oh yeah, they say, okay, let us take their own Yoruba style. Oh yeah, let us sign so that they will come and Mieti Allah. You see, we have done it in Yoruba land. It's working. That is only what they want. Now I ask again, why did the conference, the meeting of southern governors, why did it stop? If you are here, if line open, you can tell me about it, please, because I am lost why it was stopped. For the first time in 2020, I think, yes, 2020, the whole southern governors had meeting. They had a conference together to discuss, to call themselves South, we the South. Is that time I understand the reality that the caliphate, the last thing they want us to be is in unity, unified. It is their nightmare. You see, they come every day, the caliphate, they send their agents on air, on national televisions every day, start, inciting. Oh, you people are going meeting together, but you, Yoruba kill Igbo, so they kill Igbos more than anything. Remember, they start to make sure that I say, nah, they are only South being together. What is the problem? Why are they so mad? It doesn't concern we the South, we are together. They fought everything in order to thwart it, and today it is thwarted. Even so-called South is no meeting again among the governors. Do you remember, or have you forgotten? What year is that? Either 2019 or 2020 also. The then Ohaneze Ndibu chief, the chairman, Nnamdi, they were also having conference together with Middle Belt, and that meeting was somewhere, whether in Benue or somewhere or Plateau, I've forgotten. Or with Middle Belt Forum. The same caliphate came openly. The flight they have to at the airport, they block them. They say, do not allow these people to fly openly. All these things they feel that there is a limitation they place on us. I am telling you, the caliphate, there is a limitation they place on us. If we want to go above that, they become mad. They don't care, coming openly say, no, you cannot do it, commanding us. And Nnamdi said it. He said they were stopped openly. They tell the aircraft, don't move, don't carry these people. Until the people were waiting for them, they waited. They said the flight is not moving until they make sure they scatter that meeting. But they will come out and say, we did not. Yesterday I talked about the tribes in the north. Among the 371 ethnic groups in Nigeria, more than 300 is from the north. You don't know it, do you? Any person we see from even right from Plateau, we say now HAUSA man. Now lie. That's why they ascribe to them that they are more populous. And if he used to switch them. Do you hear it? Are you hearing me? They love it like anything. We have been mugu, right from time. We start calling all our Hausa, which is lie. In the real sense of it, if you distribute really in the north, if you separate the whole tribes, you see that even Hausa tribes is very little. Are you hearing me? But they will come to our side. They come to the south, come to Igbo land and start separating us from our brothers, and we accept it. That is weakness. You say, no, it doesn't matter. That is weakness. Do you see how things work? And a zebra cannot be living in the same enclosure with a lion. It's impossible. The lion will devour you. We devour the zebra because zebra is weak. That is what we are suffering. And that is why they hate IPOB, because they know that IPOB, we are lions. And there is no equal, two ideologies that can live equally. Two equal ideologies that can live equally in a society. It is impossible. That is, they say now, these weak people, they are rising up. That is why they hate IPOB with every passion, because we are instigating our people to know their rights, to know that this world, you don't have to start begging. You beg. A beggar has no choice. A beggar always receives the mediocre. You cannot get anything from begging. Instead, you rise up and fight for it. Are you hearing me? That is what is going on. So they are signing off Mietiala and Southwest signed peace pact in Oyo. On what basis? On what basis that Mietiala should now be trampling on their farmland, eating their crops, or what? That is their problem. In our own land, any cow headsman we see in our bush becomes bush meat. They know it. They know it. Oh. If they want, let them give cows to Igbo politicians and say, oh yeah, you see now, use your name and get it. And be using it to come to our bush. You become bush meat, we don't care. Are you hearing me? We know what they are doing. We know. Now, let me also go on to this another news headline about yes, he said Tinubu hosting Nigeria hosts African Counterterrorism Summit. These people, they are they are Nollywood cinema, they are doing cinema. I am telling you honestly. Okay. Nigeria hosts African Counterterrorism. That was yesterday. Now, African Counterterrorism, on what basis? They know what is going on, but they are playing pranks and politics about it. Let me read a bit. President Bola Tinubu will on Monday open April 22, declare open the African Counterterrorism Summit in Abuja, the nation's capital. Nigeria, with the support of the United Nations Office of Counterterrorism, UNOCT, in organizing the high-level African Counterterrorism Summit under the theme Strengthening Regional Cooperation and Institution Building to Address the Evolving Threat of Terrorism in Abuja from Monday 22nd to Tuesday, April 23rd. That is today and tomorrow. Are these people not jokers? You see that this world, cinema. Now, you tell me, people that are going on international counterterrorism, because of it. Now, what about the terrorist sponsors that they mention their names one after the other? The Nigerian Secret Service know them. The Shadow Man, the Yoruba military intelligence, very high-ranking military intelligence officer. Today said he came out to risking his life to tell Nigerians that look, what these people are doing is joke. They know these people, they know the terrorist sponsors. And in order to stop terrorism that is going on, you have to start uproot them. Who are they? the terrorists, the politicians that are sponsoring them. They are in Aso Rock. They are in governors' houses in the north. Did any person mind the man? Did the American even talk about it? These are the people now that we're anti-terror. After all, America has been in Niger for donkey years. In France, in Mali, for how many years? How many decades? What is happening? These are the sponsors of terrorism, and they are using it to achieve a goal. And one of them is Bill Gates. One of the goals is the Bill Gates agenda. You understand? Because if they remove terrorism, they can no more steal California. They can no more fly in anyhow in Zamfara and take gold, Zamfara gold, and fly away and enter Dubai. They can no more do that. Without terrorism, they can no more exploit the Californium in Borno State. No. Without terrorism, they can no more bring their NGO, non-governmental organizations, and start posting that they are helping feed Africa, save the children. Whereas underneath, what they are doing is stealing and killing people. Do you see it? Do you see how they play pranks? The world politics is playing pranks. But woe betide you as the president, as the politicians, that because of your selfish interest, Tinubu, you allow the world, the international community, the West, to play ping pong with the lives of Nigerians. Are you hearing me? Remember that in the 1980s, Tinubu was against military. He ran away to in the 1970s and 80s. He ran away to America. Tinubu you are seeing today. And whatever he was doing that time, do you see intelligence? Whatever drug he was dealing that time, as long as American intelligence service, they know that one day they will promote him, he will become something, they will use him in Nigeria. So they left him. They say he's playing, but they know that a day is coming, he will become the president. So they will use him in food. That is why everything, he left them now to do anything with Nigerians. Bill Gates can kill anybody he wants. He can take any person's organ without his notice, and the person dies. Because he is not a member of his family. After all, why should he care? Do you see how Africans are wicked? Do you see how Nigerians are wicked to themselves? Because there is wickedness everywhere. But the case of Nigeria is primitive wickedness. I used to say it. There is a difference. Every people is wicked and evil. But there is primitive evil and primitive wickedness. The one you commit against your own people, that is the primitive one. And that is what we should eradicate. Are you hearing me? But if you are wicked only to outsiders for your collective interest, it is a civilized wickedness. That one is allowed. Can you hear me? For some people, they might say, what I'm telling you is true. Because without that civilized wickedness, America will not be what it is today. Without that civilized wickedness, France will not be what it is today. Jacques Chirac in 2008, he said that without Africa, without the Francophone Africa, that France will be like DJ. I am telling you. Because they don't have nothing. Because they have to be looting from outside. That is civilized evil. Civilized evil. It's evil, but it's civilized. When you come to your own people, you become as gentle as dove. You become caring. You pat everybody care. Now, what do you want? Oh, you pay social welfare. You pay in your land. You make sure that everybody is okay. But when you go outside, look at Eagle. Eagle will have its children waiting. He will go outside and kill and take another animal's child. And the hen will be shouting, crying. Eagle and kite, they will steal that child. They don't care the pains of that child, and come back and use that another person's child, another animal's child, to come and feed their children. Don't you see how the world, natural things in this world should teach you something. Eagle never take his child and kill it and go and throw it to cock, to hen, to feed to the hen. But that is what our people, Africans, mostly in Nigeria, that is what they are doing. Do you see why I call it primitivity? It's primitive evil. Evil is allowed in this world, but let it be civilized. If you are doing evil for the interest of your people, it is allowed. What I'm telling you can challenge me, I will prove it to you. It's natural. But what they are doing in Nigeria is the primitive evil, whereby they kill their own children in order to use them to feed other people's children. Don't you see that it's not even human? That is why even the West, the Europeans, they don't take them as anything. They don't take them as anything. They don't take them as human beings even. Don't you see that? Now, what am I saying? They had this counter-terrorism summit. But you ask them, why haven't you arrested the terrorist sponsors if you are really fighting against terrorism? They mentioned them. They mentioned their names. Some of those terrorists they caught in Dubai, they are still serving jail sentences in jail terms in Dubai. They mention names they transmitted to Nigeria. They know them. The Nigerian Secret Service know them. But they say, they cannot. They receive order from above, say, don't touch it. These people, they are doing something for them. America cannot do anything. They cannot come out, but they can come and start doing lip service. Counter-terror. How many times, how many years have they been in Niger Republic? They are fighting against terrorism in the Sahel. And this Sahel. We Biafrans, we are not among the Sahelians. So why should we be suffering from terrorism that is in the Sahel? Why should we be suffering it? That is why we should remove ourselves from Nigeria. Once we remove ourselves from Nigeria, we defend our border. No person will enter. Who born you say you are Fulani headsman, you want to enter? You cannot enter unless legally. You now enter legally and be obedient to the law of our land, because we need to defend ourselves. We will have national army and police and defense mechanism to defend ourselves. But as long as Nigeria, anything concerning Sahel, the whole terrorism is here. We are partakers of it. Don't you see what we are suffering? Buhari opened the border, visa free, Sudan, direct flight from Sudan to Nigeria, direct flight, non-stop. Have you forgotten? Don't you know the reason? They train terrorists. Nigeria. Do you hear that interview with the Southern Sudanese? That there are more than 10 million Nigerians of northern origin in Sudan. More than 10 million. Is there they go and learn, they train them as terrorists. They train them how to defend, to become mujahideen. And that is, ask Asari Dokubo now. He also took training in Sudan, partly in Sudan. Don't you know? Don't you see? Don't you know that? In Sudan. That's why they have direct flight. They come as they want. But if we have our own country as Biafra, we don't have anything to do with them. If they want to come, now they come legally. We know why they are coming. If you want to also go to so-called Nigeria and live there, no problem. You go and obey their culture. You obey their laws. If they are living on Sharia, no problem. So be it. You go, after all, we have our people living in many parts of the world, even in Pakistan, that are on Sharia, I think. and many other places in the world. So, why is it difficult to understand? They are playing lip service, spending a whole lot of money, doing nothing. They are fighting terrorism. America fought terrorism in Niger, Sahel for how many years? With France, with all of them. They were not there to fight terrorism. Instead, they were there to encourage and institute more terrorism in our land, so that they can be able, the more terrorists are, the more they have excuse to stay. If there is no more terrorism in the Sahel, you tell America, say, oh boy, why are you staying here now again? They have gone, so terrorism is finished, so you can go, please. They will no more have any excuse to stay there. That is why, as they are there, they are making sure, in order to continue sponsoring terrorism, because they use them to do dirty jobs. If they want to bring confusion in your land, they sponsor terrorists and they enter your country. Either they use opposition or they use terrorists. That's their dirty fight, their dirty wars, their dirty system. So why are these people holding counterterrorism summit in Abuja? Have you forgotten also? Because I want people to be remembering. In 2020, have you forgotten that Chad pulled away when Idris Deby was the president of Chad, when he never died? He pulled away from he stopped participating in regional fight against armed groups or terrorists in Nigeria, against terrorism, against Boko Haram in Nigeria. When they formed the joint regional alliance in fighting Boko Haram, Chad entered thinking that it is what he's hearing. But when he want to really fight and kill, they say no be like that, oh. No kill. They restrain them. They restrain them from clearing the terrorists. They say no be as you they think, oh. After he say, oh boy, he cannot be losing soldiers. And they will tell him not to kill terrorists. Have you forgotten here? I read one news one time. One Nigerian soldier opened up and confessed that as soldiers, they are always commanded not to kill any Boko Haram, but to capture them alive. And to capture one, he said, to capture one Boko Haram alive, you have to lose at least 6 lives. 6 soldiers will go down. But the Nigerian command from above, military hierarchy, say no problem. No, just capture. Don't shoot them. Don't kill them. Have you forgotten? So why are they deceiving Nigerians all the time? Why? Destroying lives. Just for Bill Gates, in order to come and kill everybody. He has taken care of, he has taken over the federal hospitals, where they can give you some medicines free of charge. You think is anywhere you hear free medicine in Nigeria? Run no, or Bawakoso, or kwa Bill Gates and Nnamdi Otiyao. You know, guy na amuamo kaini kukuziuku. You understand? Run no, because they don't mean good for you. Do you think Bill Gates that is a master of eugenics? That said it, I put it on my timeline, Facebook. That he wants this world is overpopulated. He wants it to go down. The population to go down. He will give you free medicine for you to survive and live fine as an African. A racist like that. He will give you, plant. Give you food, nice food for you to survive and born children. Let us think again, please. Let us think again. Chad stopped participating in regional fight against Boko Haram in 2020. They went back in annoyance. They say Nigeria is not ready. Idris Deby said it. He said Nigeria is not ready to fight against Boko Haram. They are just playing the pranks. That his men he's going out, and he went off. Say no person should call him again about regional this and that. All these are just nonsense. Today, they are having summit, international summit. Nigeria hosts African Counterterrorism Summit. Whereas those that are hosting the whole thing, they are terrorists themselves. They are terrorists themselves. Anything they talk is in their hands. They record it. They know you are talking with them. They will go and inform their boys. He said, don't worry. Now don't you see? Just see. In our land, see, whenever the Fulani headsmen are on the rampage, killing people, in Uzo1, in Delta, any part of our land, no police, no military there will come. Even in Plateau, in Benue, any place in Nigeria, no military personnel will come. Until they finish, even if the other time is not 2 days. They operated for 2 days in Benue. Who came? It's after when they finish now, when they are running, when they finish, if people mobilize at least to come back, now you see you see the military come. Wait them, say, no, stop, don't go. If you do, they shoot you. You that is a victim. Is it not? This is a joke. We are in a generation, a world of joke. I am telling you. The only thing that can stop this is people massively rising up. Not only complaining. And that is what IPOB has been soliciting. For people to rise up and take over what belongs to them. And say, no, enough of all this nonsense. Are you hearing me? That is the solution. But if you leave them, my goodness me, you see, they will shit on everybody. And nothing will happen. You will be given, you say, at least me, I'm okay, or at least let us be living under this bondage. Me, I have my business. At least I'm eating. I'm okay. But you think you're okay, you are not okay. You are not okay. One day you will be sick and they carry you, the attack upon your organ. It affects everybody. Are you hearing me? Today in our land, wise people don't even like going to hospital again like that. I am telling you honestly. I am telling you. Wise people don't even like, even if they are sick, to go to hospital like that. No. Instead, they invite doctor to their homes. The doctor they trust to do everything. They pay. This is the situation we found ourselves. For you to understand that our life depends on politics of the higher level. That is why we are fighting. In order to remove that politics from that higher level to be us, so that we be part of it. So that we be part of decision making. That is the only thing. So that we be in control of our destiny. Because Ahmad Bello vowed that they will never allow us to control our destiny, which is what is going on today. Igbo politicians, do they you ask them nothing, they say, oh boy, nothing, no agenda for Igbo for any of us. We just go there in Abuja to look for our pocket, to look for nothing more. And what on any agenda for Igbo and his people? No, it's truth. The honest people, they tell you that. Are you hearing me? Have you forgotten when even the former governor of River State, Kezia, wrote to me, Chibika Meji? He said that Abuja, what they are doing there is, he said Nigeria is hopeless and helpless. Have you forgotten? People forget very easy. He said Nigeria is hopeless and helpless, and people started laughing. He didn't know that somebody was recording him. He said because why he says so is people come to Abuja. All these governors they are nothing. Any people come to Abuja just to share money and nothing. Nigeria is hopeless and helpless. That is why we shouldn't continue be inside a hopeless and helpless entity. That is why we are doing what we are doing. Therefore, we must continue, because going back, stopping, I'm not even talking of going back, because we have no back to go. Stopping what we are doing is death and nothing more. So we should understand the situation that is facing us. We are trying to remove ourselves from the colonial continuous colonial legacy that we found ourselves in. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into just few minutes break, and when I come back, I will open the lines and take just few calls, please. Few calls. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
Rapture Media, IPOB call to action, Biafrans return to farming, invest in agriculture. Have you ever paused to question the importance of self-sufficiency in food production, food self-sufficiency, or the ability of a nation to feed its own people from its own resources, plays a pivotal role in securing a country's future? It's more than just filling our bellies. It's about nourishing our economy, our workforce, and our independence. Imagine being at the mercy of external sources for your daily bread. It's like a constant game of tug-of-war at where your sustenance is the rope. Any moment the balance could tip and you'd be left scrambling for resources. This reliance could pose potential threats to national security and economic stability. Outsourcing our food needs puts us in a vulnerable position, susceptible to price hikes, supply chain disruptions, or even political manipulations. But let's flip the coin and look at the benefits of self-sufficiency in food production. Firstly, it empowers our economy. When we invest in agriculture, we're not just planting seeds in the soil, we're sowing the seeds of economic growth. The farm-to-table journey involves many hands, from farmers to transporters, from retailers to restaurateurs. Each link in this chain represents a job, a livelihood, a boost to our economy. Secondly, it ensures food security. By growing our own food, we can control the quality and quantity of our produce. We're also less likely to experience food shortages, ensuring that no one in our community goes to bed hungry. Lastly, it promotes sustainability. Agriculture done right can be a tool for environmental conservation, preserving our land's fertility for future generations. So you see, self-sufficiency in food production is not just a matter of pride. It's a matter of survival, of economic prosperity, and of national security. Understanding the importance of food self-sufficiency sets the stage for our discussion on the call to action from IPOB. Recently, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, called on Biafrans to return to farming and invest heavily in agriculture. This is not just a call to action, but a clarion call for survival and self-sufficiency. The world is on the brink of a food crisis, and Nigeria is no exception. An impending famine looms large, threatening to cast a dark shadow over the land. But here's the thing. Biafrans are not destined to be victims, but victors. IPOB, led by the indomitable Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, believes that Biafra has the means and the fertile lands to avert this impending danger. This call to action isn't just about planting seeds in the ground, but planting seeds of hope, resilience, and self-reliance. And it's not just about farming. It's about creating an entire ecosystem that supports agriculture, from cash crops to animal husbandry. It's about building agricultural cottage industries that process and preserve agricultural products for export, turning Biafra into a powerhouse of agricultural productivity. So where do you come in? IPOB is appealing to all Biafrans philanthropists to support farmers in their communities. But this support doesn't only mean giving temporary food items. It means providing seedlings and other farming implements. It means encouraging and supporting farmers to go back to farming, to go back to the land that once provided for us all. And it's not just about the present, but about the future. IPOB is urging Biafrans to invest in agricultural research centers. Why? Because quality research and development is key to growing our native food products efficiently and sustainably. It's about learning how to fish.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Maazi, Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct, and our lines are open and now opened. And do not forget that today is the 22nd day of April 2024. Tata Bobo Chiafo. We are live and direct. I'll just take 2 or 3 calls, please. Therefore, our direct line as usual is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142-547. Call us now and give us your view, because what we are in a long haul, and I know in a mess, and we must continue fighting to remove ourselves from this mess we found ourselves. Caller on direct line, you are the first caller. Can you hear me? Caller, sorry, not caller on direct line. Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Maazi Chuku.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan.
There were Maazi.
Thank you, Mazi Jonathan, as always. My name is Chukwu Emmanuel, and I'm speaking from our location. I greet my leader, our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, the man who started this platform to expose so many things. I greet him once again. You see, Jonathan, as today, sometimes I start to think, and I greet Chukwu Kikabiama that created death for human being. That be you the richest in the whole world, or in your town, or in your state, anywhere, one day you will leave everything and you will die. When I remember death, I say, God, thank God for creating that for human being. Last week, I think Chukwuemeka Ife died. I mean, this week. Wonyono died. They buried him last week or so. And all of them have played their wings when they are alive. And they left. If only people in Africa will understand that one day that they will leave all this wealth and die, so that they can adjust their life, their movement, when they are alive. Think about Chinedu. The early 80s, Chinedu was a governor in Lagos State. A time came when our leader is talking about Chinedu, saying Chinedu have more than 15 accounts in abroad, and all of them that's full of money in all the banks. And he's still looking to loot money. And after a few months now, years now, he left all these things. Then, where the Bible came in and said, what shall you profit you to gain the whole world and lose your soul? Each time I think about all these things, I become worried. I think last 2 weeks, there was a news that Yoruba want their own nation. They use Yoruba and make that noise. And that thing just disappeared. What you are hearing now is that they are signing agreements with the terrorists in Yoruba. A people who cannot say this time that they have opportunity to help their people, to save the life of their people. Because Obasanjo is in a position to help Yoruba now is alive. Tinubu is in a position to help their people now is alive. But because of wickedness in a black people, somebody will continue stealing until he enter inside the grave and go empty-handed. I don't know what to say about black race. If Yoruba are going to sign contract or agreement, whatever they call it, with terrorist Fulanis, that means they want to align with the Fulanis to fight the East. If careful is not taken, to force somebody to become what he is not. Then tell me how white people will see you as a black man in their country as a human being. Because if people have shame in their eyes as Igbo man, as a Yoruba man, as a Nigerian, you cannot work in the foreign countries like Europe as a black people, because they will see you as the worst animal on earth. Our leader put up this platform to open the eyes of black people, to show them the way of life, how the white people find themselves and train themselves and put their country in order. But today, after over 10 years, you can see an Igbo man fighting to be a slave in the name of Nigeria, fighting IPOB, who is fighting for him. Now he is alive, fighting for his children. Even when he died, his children will enjoy it. You are fighting to be a slave in the name of autopilot, in the name of Simon Heba. When I take all these things, I try to remember the time of Ojukwu and Awolowo. What happened? Ojukwu used his father's money to fight for Igbos, to fight for Biafra. After seeing what happened, 1966, and the same Igbo people, Nnamdi fight Ojukwu. He go and join Nigeria. Where is Azikiwe today? All the saboteurs, and all of them, where is them today? Today, the Fulani are claiming Nigeria. Nobody have ever asked questions. Our leader have leaked this secret that the Fulani are coming to take Nigeria, and it is very clear. Nobody has asked questions. And because of idiots in black people, the Fulanis are working hard. Now the Fulani, the Yoruba are signing contracts or agreement to allow this devil to eat everybody down, to make sure it conclude the Ahmad Bello dream, which he said on 12th October, to complete it. It is a pity. Let me stop here today. We continue, but before I stop, I want to encourage anybody who is the original IPOB. The highest thing we do is to support this movement. The highest thing, if you build 100 houses, it is nothing if you fail to support this movement, because that's the only way out. Or else, when you die, because death is inevitable, those property you say you have, it will end up somewhere. Thank you, my Jonathan. As always, it's not easy.
Maazi.
Thank you very much. You're a strong person.
Chukwu
Kadama will help you and help all of us. Thank you, and God bless you.
We must continue. What we are doing is trying to open the eyes of our people about the danger of doing nothing in this our situation. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? My goodness me. Caller on WhatsApp, once again, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, you are not talking, so please let me take another call. Another caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi.
No, there we'll go on, please. Welcome to the program.
This is Biafra calling from United States. Chinedu himself is a terrorist, I must tell you. He is a drug dealer. They forced him into power instead of my Igbo brother, Peter Obi, who genuinely won the election in 2023. Though I don't care for Peter Obi because he said Biafra was dead. My father fought the Biafran War. That was actually a genocide melted on the Biafran people by Nigeria/Britain government and all their sponsors, the Bill Gates of this world, northern governors and the Arabic sponsors. Saudi Arabia is 100% a part of it. Ask yourself why Buhari was buried in Saudi Arabia. These people are slaves to the Arabs, period. They are all in it together. Don't get it twisted. The terrorism summit hosted by Chinedu is just a cover-up. Don't be deceived. He has proved, Ahmadu Bello is a nobody to try to say what our destinies will be like. We have to prove him wrong. And again, I have to talk about Bill Gates. He's supposed to be put behind bars. I don't care how much he has. I don't care if he's the so-called richest man in the world. Whatever he is, he needs to be put in jail. I'll submit my case for the day. Thank you.
There were. Of course, common sense, law. If law is working in this world, or logic, I should even say, Bigger should be behind bars. But who will put him? The people that build the bars? The people that own the bars. How can you put the people that own the bars into the bar or behind the bars? It's impossible. They are the people controlling the world, so they love it. They are killing people. They are for them, they are the gods of this world. So anything they decide goes. That's it. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Can you speak now? Caller on WhatsApp. This is the second time. Caller on WhatsApp. If you are wearing, any gadget, remove it. You are talking, it's not coming out. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Good evening, Mazi.
There wo.
This is Anayochiku from Aba.
There wo, Mazi.
I really appreciate your hard work, my brother. You know what is happening in our struggle when we talk about individualism? It is in every situation of life. Our own is not unique. It's in every struggle. I've read so many books pertaining to struggles. And among the people, when people are on their own, no government presence, nobody to help them out, they start fighting individually. So that we are fighting to save our land, it must surely not be all of us. It's just few. And these few will be those that are determined to make history, to put their names on the memory of everybody. Like we have read the history of America, it's just few of them that started up the Revolutionary War against the Britain. So the problem we face now is that we sometimes get distracted And this is where I want us to avoid, because those distractions is what is killing us. Let's not be distracted. I've listened to so many of you and the DOS. This is when I'm listening to like somebody like a Chinedu, I hear wisdom. I hear somebody talking with good reasoning. I still see the picture of Maazi Nnamdi in all of you. You are all doing wonderfully. So I thank you people for being there. And nothing will take us back because we are going forward. And in the process of going forward, we're facing so many challenges in our lives. And that is why we are working hard to see that we get ourselves to a certain level. Even in our zone here, I've tried to interview some of us. So many people enter into IPOB hoping that Biafra is just a thing you go and you get tomorrow, your children will be employed, you will be employed. Those things shouldn't be our goal. Our goal is to serve the land so that in the future, our name will be remembered, even when we don't partake in enjoying what we have struggled. But like when you talk about religion and things like that, the way we see things is not the way things are. I've read the book of Darwin, where he talks about natural selection. So many people, so many races who existed are no more existing today because they are weak. The strong ones take them out and start living. So this is what we see. Even when we read the Old Testament, somebody saying Israel left Egypt, started killing people, get to their land, kill the people that were living there. Those people that were living there were all human beings created by God. So we get deceived easily without looking into exactly what brought about all those things. There are truths about everything. The weak ones will be taken out. The strong ones will take over. It's not a matter of going to heaven or going to hell. Our conscience is just manipulating us. There are people, like you rightly talked about those in high places that don't have conscience anymore. That is how life is. But those with conscience, like us, that are still under mediocrity, we don't know anything about what the world is. We are trying to create the world in our minds without knowing that the world gives us a different thing, opposite of what we think. So therefore should be strong. They should be strong and fight. That is what all we need to do. We be strong. Follow the steps as DOS are making us to follow without getting distracted. At the end of everything, even either am I alive or am I not alive, I want those that will live. Even if I don't be alive to continue, let everybody be strong and continue until we get to the promised land. That is all I have to contribute this night. Thank you, my brother.
There were Mazi, you said it all. There were. Thank you very much. This is where I'm going to switch off the phones, please. Our brother said something very striking. He gave an example. He said, look, like this world is about natural selection. And the time comes, let me tell you, a time comes, the generations coming will be praising the stronger that kills the weak. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. It's natural. Even in the Bible, you praise the Israelis for destroying canal. Hey, nah, the quick. You didn't know the agony of those indigenous Canaanites, Jebusites, what they were suffering, what they suffered. Pregnant women, they want to kill them. They say they start shouting at you. But today you are praising them, aren't you? That is the same way. Those that if you are weak, nobody praises you, you become forgotten. And a servant there, a slave. That is how it is. So the only remedy is for us to and rise up, be men of valor. because there is no space for the weak. The weak belongs to slavery. The weak, is the rule of this world, though. It's the rule of this world. Look at Bill Gates. He grew and became very, very rich and extended his tentacles. Maybe when he was hustling all those girls, you don't know. You don't know what happened. Had it been he failed, who will know him? So, the world praises, recognizes the powerful. Always the powerful. That's it. The weak remains downtrodden in history. Are you hearing me? Why do we talk about the Kumek warriors? Because they rose up to fight. Do you know what they endured 31 years? Do you know what? Do you know that? Do you know that? We talk about Japan that resisted Europeans and kept their culture for 250 years. Do you think it's a 250 years? Is it 25 years? We only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has IPOB have been here since over 10 years, little over 10 years, and many people are gone already. Many people are already now. Do you think that Biafra will come safe? I beg, because you are weak. You are weak. You are weak-minded. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in jail, kidnapped 3 years. Many people, some people just run away. Nah, I don't know. Nah, for you you have to contribute. That is how men of valor behaves. It's just like during war, people comes out to to be conscripted. I want to fight. People that has no experience of warfare or fighting. They come out because they know that their efforts are needed. Without their efforts, everything will collapse. And once it collapses, everybody will suffer it. Not only the soldiers, no. Not only those that fought, everybody will suffer it. So, which part of history you want to be? To remember as men of valor? The same way when you talk about David in the Bible, hey, now you praise him how he killed the Philistines. Single-handedly he brought in order. Saul told him to go you want to marry my daughter? Well, you go and bring me the foreskin of 100 the Philistines. He go and slaughter 2,000, and you praise him. Those he slaughtered, are they not human beings? Do you know how they were shouting, begging for mercy at his hand? The same way you complain, hey, man, I come save us, Nigerian, wow, Fulani are killing us. That is the way they were crying and complaining, and they were being slaughtered without conscience. Today you are praising them, aren't you? That is the word. Why don't you tell you? So you must make sure to be powerful. One human being, one person individually, you cannot make it. You can only be wealthy, be okay. If they want to use a slave, you use others as slave, your brothers. You'll be watching your brothers being used, killed. You can't do nothing. Instead, you escape. But together, we can do something. That is what IPOB is preaching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And tomorrow is another day. We must continue. But do not forget that we are in this campaign, radical campaign for agricultural revolution. In our land, any space you have, try both animal husbandry. Is something in any slightest space. When you get get a family, if family get something, for family get something, the family raise something. My brother, now so hunger they go down. Are you hearing me? This season of famine, that is what, because we cannot be suffering, I see onye ihe wuru now. Now complete it. First fool is not a fool, but second fool, that is the real fool. Are you hearing me? We have suffered hunger, blockade, food blockade. And even of recent, every time anything that happened, they said no, not they will block. They will not send food to the south. No more food to southeast. And Adamawa state governor said no more food. They started stopping if you carry lorries of yam or any food stuff coming to they crossing to River Benue. They stop it. They block it. Can't it ring a bell in your head? Don't you think that as a human being, you say, nah, this is where these people are going. So we have to make effort in order to be food independent, food sufficient. Is it not reasonable to do? Or when a reasonable person game, not only looking for cash, money, paper. Money is paper. If you have millions and you come to the market, you don't see nothing to buy. What are you going to do? During Biafran war, people have money. My father's own Biafran pound still full our house. Store it. No food to buy. Is it not a reasonable thing to do to concentrate and say, nah, this lack of food, nah, let us do something, no? Anyhow, anything. Even if you are working, you are a mechanical, you are anything, a government worker, you make out time. That is how reasonable people behave. Otherwise, if we allow what happened before, which they have been giving us sign, any slightest thing they will block, they not say they are no more bringing food. The most natural thing for us to do is to do what? To start farming, fish pond, animal husbandry, horticulture, farming, peasantry, anyhow. So that you don't go. We continue like before. Anywhere you go to the market, you start seeing things and now you have to sell because they have a surplus. Oh, another person brought a cocoyam. You don't have a cocoa. You say yam and use money buy cocoyam. You say cocoyam, use some money buy meat or buy fish. Somebody that is doing aquarium, fish pond. Sell his fish, use money, use some of the money, buy yam. That is how things move. Everybody, we don't need to depend on no Benweka, no Hausa. No, this is wrong mentality. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Also, you can visit our website www.ipob.org. There go to donate to IPOB. Go there, you use PayPal. PayPal. It's very easy. Just click anything you want to give, you give. That is how things are done. Because what we are doing needs money, and on Saturday there will be a program, ESN fundraising. So you must be part of it. You must contribute one way or the other in order to support what we are doing. You don't need to be on the fence or sideline listening on camera. You take yourself as you too knowledgeable, you too wise. Let me be on the fence. If if you get head, if I see say you no get head, so in Nigeria, you are contributing to the failure. Are you hearing me? We have to do this thing once and for all. Had it been we succeeded since 1960s, we wouldn't be here talking about Biafra restoration again. But he who fights to run away, you must fight another day. The fight never stop. If you think that now you die, you say now don't worry, I'm getting old, I will not support even I'll die quiet that you die, you come back, you reincarnate. And even Bruzier Yanishi. You understand? Buruzie ya n'isi you, baby, that time you be one of the sacrificial lambs direct. That's it. So we have to continue. Let us also learn how to eat healthy, please, because a healthy people builds a healthy nation. Let us limit ourselves from eating all these junk foods, unhealthy food. Even if you are in a country that is not where you cannot find all this our food, or is very costly, because I can understand. With a here from Nigeria, it become costly. You can, manipulate and do it another way. When you can wear peanuts, koya egusi. Kono call him low, things are nice. I want him. You're going to cancel with your money. You got a supermarket, you are eating foreign food. It's even foreign in your body. It doesn't matter the taste. It's not a way on at all. How our people are developing different types of sicknesses is baffling. Some things we don't know. We didn't know. We are known to be healthy people. Eh? Although that is all because of the healthy food we are eating. But today, our people have left this healthy food. Nonsense. Let us eat healthy, please. Thank you for listening. Biafra remains our identity. Biafra remains our religion. It is only us that we together bring it back, restore Biafra. From me, Maazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
Welcome to IPOB Rapture Media, IPOB Call to Action, Biafrans Return to Farming, Invest in Agriculture. Have you ever paused to question the importance of self-sufficiency in food production, food self-sufficiency, or the ability of a nation to feed its own people from its own resources, plays a pivotal role in securing a country's future? It's more than just filling our bellies. It's about nourishing our economy, our workforce, and our independence. Imagine being at the mercy of external sources for your daily bread. It's like a constant game of tug-of-war at where your sustenance is the rope. Any moment the balance could tip and you'd be left scrambling for resources. This reliance could pose potential threats to national security and economic stability. Outsourcing our food needs puts us in a vulnerable position, susceptible to price hikes, supply chain disruptions, or even political manipulations. But let's flip the coin and look at the benefits of self-sufficiency in food production. Firstly, it empowers our economy. When we invest in agriculture, we're not just planting seeds in the soil, we're sowing the seeds of economic growth. The farm-to-table journey involves many hands, from farmers to transporters, from retailers to restaurateurs. Each link in this chain represents a job, a livelihood, a boost to our economy. Secondly, it ensures food security. By growing our own food, we can control the quality and quantity of our produce. We're also less likely to experience food shortages, ensuring that no one in our community goes to bed hungry. Lastly, it promotes sustainability. Agriculture done right can be a tool for environmental conservation, preserving our land's fertility for future generations. So you see, self-sufficiency in food production is not just a matter of pride. It's a matter of survival, of economic prosperity, and of national security. Understanding the importance of food self-sufficiency sets the stage for our discussion on the call to action from IPOB. Recently, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, called on Biafrans to return to farming and invest heavily in agriculture. This is not just a call to action, but a clarion call for survival and self-sufficiency. The world is on the brink of a food crisis, and Nigeria is no exception. An impending famine looms large, threatening to cast a dark shadow over the land. But here's the thing. Biafrans are not destined to be victims, but victors. IPOB, led by the indomitable Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, believes that Biafra has the means. Biafrans are not destined to be victims, but victors. IPOB, led by the indomitable Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, believes that Biafra has the means
Lovers of freedom, this is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Maazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olo province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 7th day of February, being Wednesday, 2024. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE. You all know what's up today. Before we continue, let me also announce that you can be hearing our voice on our FM 102.1 in parts of Biafra land, including Iguacha and environs and many other places. Also, we are on satellite. We are on free-to-air satellite. Therefore, you have no excuse not to listen to this message, this expose today. Moreover, you can download our very low data consuming application, Radio Biafra IPOB Community Radios, IP Community Radio. IPOB Community Radio. That is our app. Also, if you are connected in the internet, you can listen to us through different ways. Just go and ask Google, how do I listen to Radio Biafra London? And you will have many options, including on social media, Rapture Media, the Biafra Digest, Biafra Television, Radio, Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE, among others. Therefore, today, as you may know, I am here with our GOC Maazi Chinasanworu, who will host today's program on an interactive session and the things we need to know as Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Therefore, without taking any much time, irrespective of whatever you are doing, because I know that some people might be watching the ongoing football, it doesn't matter, but tune in because in order to listen. Therefore, I will hand over the microphone to Maazi Chinasanworu, who will give us his introductory message. Maazi Chinasanworu, please, over to you for your introductory message. Please go on.
Dear friends and all the lovers of freedom, my name is Mazi Chinasanworu. Mazi Chinasanworu served the indigenous people of Biafra as a member of the Directorate of State. Mazi Chinasanworu is from Obingwa. Obingwa is in Aba province. Today, I have come on air to continue to do certain clarification concerning this struggle. Where we are, there is no need, or there is no really need for us to be expecting that every now and then the leadership of IPOB will be coming on air to speak. But there is a need, and I want our people to understand that the era of coming to say everything on the air has gone. We, Biafrans, are not the only people fighting for freedom. There are many countries fighting for freedom, like we are doing. There are also people who have fought for their own freedom before now. There are also people seeking for regional government. There are people in arms. Go to Ethiopia. Go to many places in the world. People are fighting for self-determination. We do not see the leaders of those movements every time on air, because what you do in this struggle is very tedious work, unless those who do not have anything to do, or those who have nothing in their hand. For example, I know many people want Mazi to come on air to speak to our people. But whatever Mazi will tell you also, before I come on air, instructions are being given, is directed, the issues sometimes you have to touch. And when one of us is doing that, consider it that the leadership is speaking to you people. If you know the enormous work on the table of the HOD, these are people who will do their own work to put food on the table of their families. This leadership of IPOB, we are not like others. Some others were paid salary that they are collecting on every month. Some of you knew that. But this leadership, because of what have before us, we do not have, or we do not intend, because this movement, from the time Maazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned, we started to handle this movement. We run the struggle on 24 hours. People, we are fighting also for something for our own personal families and extended families. At the same time, people expect us also to come on air on every day to speak to our people. It is not going to work, or it is not going to be, the chances of such thing being a reality is very slim. Every member of the DOS have a family to take care of. Every member of this DOS has a work to do to put food on his table, at least. Pay bills. We are living in diaspora. We are not living in Biafra land. And we are not being paid. And we are not paying ourselves. All we are doing is that oath we have taken to fight for the restoration of Biafra. Time might have gone when some people who call themselves leader, or like the former deputy leader, all of you know, just for him to come on Radio Biafra, he was being paid. Of course, nobody is against that. But I want everybody to know, it is not easy. If you can handle the volume of work in the hands of the HOD, you will understand that you don't even have that time. But it doesn't stop you that you won't come out to speak to Biafrans from time to time. We have a lot to do. I want you also to ask yourself, for 10 years we have created the awareness. For 10 years we have spoken to our people on different platforms. Our leader have spoken to our people on the ground. They have spoken, we have created the awareness. Do you want us to continue on just speaking on social media? Imagine the time Ojukwu fought for the Biafran Civil War. There was no social media. And I know there was a media blackout. But people still support. People still stand and fought for the Biafran War for 3 years. But today, Biafrans, we have our own media. We have our own, thank God, social media came in our own time. Nobody can deny. We didn't have a radio that is covering so wide. We have it on app. People cannot say we don't know what is happening in Biafra land, or we don't know what we are fighting for. If you don't know, I'm sure your friend knows. If your friend don't know, a member of your family knows. If a member of your family does not know, at least you can get some information from marketplaces, union, all the places in the church environment. Therefore, Biafrans, it is time that we should stop this flimsy excuse of, I am confused, I don't know what is happening. Whoever wants to be confused will be confused. That is just a word they use for excuses. It does not mean the person does not know what he's doing. Somebody following kidnappers, somebody following criminals will turn around and tell you, I am. When you know these guys are criminals, you know they are kidnappers, you know the evil they are committing. But you think by your flimsy excuse that I am confused, I don't know who to follow, that is enough for us to accept what you're doing, accept your sabotage, and accept all the rubbish that you are doing in the name of freedom fighting. We do not accept people who have indulged in criminality and wants to come inside IPOB to clean their dirty linens in what we are doing. We want everybody in IPOB to be very careful of what he's doing. There are more Biafran sympathizers. There are more Biafran supporters. There are more IPOB members that you cannot see with your visible eyes. They are financial supporters. They love what you are doing. They want Biafrans to be free. That's why in my last broadcast, I advised Biafrans to be very careful of how they come on social media to cast stones on any dog that barks, or to cast stones in the market because you don't know who is going to fall on his head. I can assure you and I can tell you that there are many Biafrans who support this movement in kind, in cash, in any means. They are supporting this struggle. But for the fact they do not join you in an IPOB family unit does not mean they are not supporting this struggle. And I want us to correct that impression. There are a lot of supporters for this struggle. If we destroy them, we destroy our movement. If we destroy them, we destroy possibilities of also moving forward. If we destroy them, we destroy our own people. I do not want us, like one of the broadcast HOD did, he said, if you want to get undiluted truth, come to Radio Biafra. Our information do not go through YouTubers or content creators, because they want to tell you something you want to hear. They want to, give you some butterflies in your stomach. That's all they want to do. So they can be cashing out through the YouTube channels. Here on Radio Biafra, we will tell you how it is. And most of them, they are all listening to Radio Biafra. Only when they take information out from Radio Biafra, they go and dilute it. They try to, twist it. Either it will be in their own favor or in the favor of what they are doing in order to have more followers and more listeners. But on Radio Biafra, this is where the leadership speaks. We know the reason why sometimes people want us to come and speak in their platforms. No, we decided we won't do that. Reasons are, we do not want to create some impression because we realize that people took that advantage from our leader. When somebody just on social media invite the leader, somebody will go and facilitate it. Maybe because he brought money without knowing. Our leader goes there, and the moment he speaks in that platform, they boost all those platforms. It seems as if there is something there, but they don't know. They were all traps. They were all planned. It was for a purpose. And most of you have seen what those things have cost the leadership of this movement and the Biafra struggle at large. People will come. If you are not a well-known media house, the leadership may not want to speak through any other platform for now. They can grant interviews, written interviews. They can speak to known media houses. We have our media and publicity secretary. We have the way we communicate. But apart from that, we might not speak to any person, any group, hosting, who might in one way or the other want to just use it to cash out, and on the other way around, make caricature of what we are doing. Without wasting much of our time, I would like us to go, because I think we will have more people who will make it more interactive today. We'll have people who might want to call in to ask some questions. And I am here to answer some of your questions. Mazi Chinedu, I will stop here so that we can pick up the topics we have for this program. Ndewo Machineke.
Ndewo Maazi, ndewo Udodrege. Before we continue, let me also announce that our Radio Biafra is back on CHK 102.1 in these parts of Anambra and Delta states. Obaru, Onitsha, Oka South, Oka North, Onitsha, Newi North, Asaba, Idemili South, Idemili North, and many other places within Anambra and Delta states. Therefore, you can kindly tune in on 102.1 in these areas, please. Maazi, before we go into the main topic, like what you said, which means, to make it clearly, does it mean that no member of the VOS is being paid by IPOB? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you mean, please?
Mazi, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you very much, because we all understand how difficult it is for us to take care of our family, both far and near, siblings, all are somebody in the diaspora you have to. And after, you also have to take care of a Biafra business, honestly speaking. Talk less of people like Maazi Chinedu and the DOS in general. It's highly challenging, honestly speaking. So, Maazi, to go into today's business, I want to, for you to start by telling the whole world, the Biafrans and everybody, anyone listening. Maazi Nnamdi Kanu has been going to court, and we have all seen what happened and what has been happening until reaching the apex court of Nigeria. We all saw what happened. Now, IPOB has come that, it will reject any further trial of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu on any Nigerian court. Maazi, can you expatiate why is it so? Why is IPOB taking this decision? Please. Go on, Maazi. Go on.
Thank you, Mazi Chinedu. Thank you, Mazi Chinedu, for this question, and it's a very very important question in what we are doing, because today is today I will say, just sorry, I want to pick up a date. Okay, Mazi, why I said IPOB, we are rejecting any further trial for Maazi Nnamdi Kanu on any Nigerian court. We have our reasons, and the reasons are enormous. I don't know, but everyone can agree with me that it was on Thursday last week when I posted the flyer. It was on Thursday or Wednesday that I put on Wednesday or Thursday. I posted the flyer that I will be coming on air to speak when already we have gotten the date that Maazi Nnamdi Kanu will be going to court on 8th of February. But last week, when I made that post, when I released the flyer that I will be coming on air to talk about this, the following day, the Nigerian government, they said now that they have cancelled the trial of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. I do not know if it helps me, whether they want to hear what we are going to say. But one thing is this. When they gave this date, everybody, the expectation was high. Let us come and see. But for some of us, we know what they are coming to do in the Nigerian courts. Today, we also made a post that they have cancelled the court date. This court date was cancelled on Friday last week. And there was no reason why they cancelled the court case. Now, today, I didn't want to announce to our people, because there are people who say now they are the one in charge of the court. You can see them ranting all over. They say they are the one in charge. They have kicked out everybody they want to kick out so that. But from early in the morning, we started getting calls, people who say they were moving to Abuja. We knew they have cancelled the court case, and we were expecting them to announce it by themselves, because they are the ones that got the date. Now, we don't know how they got the date. You understand me? And this is the first time since rendition of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, this is the first time a court has given a date and they cancelled it with no reason. The case, they didn't even wait for the date, they cancelled it. This is the first time it's happening. This is the first time it's happening.
Maazi, before
now,
you continue,
yes.
There's something I want you to also make it clear. So, because English is not our language. Because some people we say it was adjourned, and we all know that it is cancelled. Cancelling means it never existed. There was no court sitting at all. Had it been there was court sitting, even the judge didn't come, they will adjourn it, right? For any reason. For this one, it is cancellation. So, I want you to make it clear to people.
Yeah, Maazi. Yeah. We do not know the reason why they cancelled it. Only those who got the date can tell Biafrans why the date was cancelled. But they say it was adjourned. For me, I do not agree it was adjourned, because the court never sat, or they didn't sit at all. So, and even if adjourned till when? For now, there is no date. Nigeria, I don't think Nigeria is even prepared to come out for now. Sooner they will tell you they are going for Easter break and all this kind of stuff. So the court date was cancelled. And why we came out to tell our people that the court date, before they now followed, to come out to tell the people, because people have already started traveling. Somebody already, informed me that he's already in Abuja. Do you understand me? He arrived this early morning, and a lot of people were on their way to Abuja. Calls were coming in from left and right. Some say they are on. So I said, if we kept silent and say, let those who got the date to do this announcement, at the end of the day, it's going to be on our head. At the end of the day, then I contacted the HOD. I said, this is the situation. People are heading to Abuja. And we know that there is no court sitting on this date. If we keep silent, people at the end of the day, they will start to attack the leadership. That the leadership did not even know that the court case, and we cannot deny the fact. We cannot say, oh, we know they cancelled it. Then people will ask us why you didn't make it public. We know transport is very expensive. People can pay up to 30,000 to Abuja now, 60,000 going and coming back, and you knew that there was no court case. So that's why we found it necessary to come and announce our people that the court will not be sitting. For those who were traveling already on their way to Abuja, some of them might stop along the way and turns back to their homes than moving to Abuja, and people have to be very, very careful. So that is what happened today for the court case. And I'm using this opportunity also to tell our people the court will not be sitting tomorrow. It was cancelled. And for now, we don't know the reason, and there is no new date. They have gotten that Maazi Nnamdi Kanu will come to court. But straight to the point, the main point, while we are rejecting and objecting any further trial, for 2 years, yet 6 months, we have followed for the fact that we didn't know what happened to Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. We don't know how Maazi Nnamdi Kanu fall in the trap of these people. Because of that, there are many IPOB members that have been killed for this cause. There are people in IPOB who say that they support the leadership of IPOB. They don't know. Some of them were killed. In Imo State, there are coordinators. There are ESN officers who said, these people you are saying they don't know about the kidnapping and rendition of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. We do not believe in any other person. Some of them, they busted their rooms and they killed them. Many of you do not know the number of people that were killed because they said, we do not want to follow any other people apart from the leadership, Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. They call them saboteurs. They call them DOS members. They call them, people were killed. And as long as I know this, I will stand up for these people who defended this struggle with their blood, with their life. And every one of you knew that the moment Maazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned, it was blackmail and the accusation left and right from the siblings of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, from people, the women, some women in America. I will come to that later on. There were all kinds of accusations. And all that time, when people are accusing you, it's not every accusation we just look and go say, no, people have been accusing us. Money, sold Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, millions sold Maazi Nnamdi Kanu this way. We say to ourselves, there is something beyond this thing they are saying. People are accusing us. People coming out, talking. They say you people sold Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, you people did this. Only a foolish person will listen to all that was done to this leadership and the person will keep silent. Only a foolish person. Every one of us, it disorganizes our families, it dislodges our businesses, it destroys many things we do in life. Because you were worried that you can be walking even on the street and somebody will stab you for selling Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. And those who are seeing Maazi Nnamdi Kanu for all these years, and I am sure they are communicating with the leader, but even if when the leader tells them that the leadership do not know what happens to him, they found it very difficult to come, as they come to defend and talk other things, they found it very difficult to come out. Apart from to come out and say, these people do not know what happened to the leader. He confided in us. He told us. They know the reason why they decided to keep it to themselves. It was after 2 years, because I continue to push on that particular issue. After 2 years, then one of the lawyers came and wrote it that Onyendu said and gave it. This is to clarify this thing. I told him, okay, we have heard. It is too late to even publish that document for anybody to see. Because 2 years has gone. All we were saying, nobody want to clarify all those things. Now, there is something I want us to clarify here. After all these accusations, the leadership now want to know. And when our brother also, Mazi went to meet Nnamdi Kanu told him he was the only one that came out openly and said that the leader said there is nothing the leadership knows about what happened to him. Because of this, we now go investigation. We go deep. We want to understand, because there is no smoke without fire. There are things people are saying. You don't just brush everything aside. We ask ourselves that we want to know origins of all these things. Now, also at the same time, we are making inroad. We want, some of you sometimes you come out on the social media, you insult, you talk. People don't want to hear because they see you that most of you are ignorant of what is happening. I used to challenge some of my comrades. I said, make your own contacts by yourself. Make investigation about things on the ground. Contact people. They are not ghosts. It doesn't mean when you speak to somebody to understand what is happening. It doesn't mean you have compromised. People speak with their enemies. People speak with even those who are not their enemies. You want to get a clearer picture of certain things. Now, why I'm saying this, it comes to a point we want to understand why our people not speaking up for Nnamdi Kanu. We come on social media, we attack
Maazi,
them.
you mean our elites? Is that what you
our
mean?
elites?
Okay.
Yes, our elites, our political leaders. We realize most of them, not all of them, some of them, their hands are tied because in one way or the other, they supported what we are doing. They understood that self-determination is never a crime. Now, when they started using IPOB to commit crime, they started using IPOB for kidnapping, which some of them also are victims from their family or cousins and all these things. They can't speak again. When they try to speak, no, it's not IPOB. They turn around and told them, are you not the one promoting them before? Are you not saying what they are doing was right? They found themselves in the middle of, do you understand me? They feel embarrassed. Why? Because some criminals came into the struggle. They didn't know that criminals will step into the struggle in this way. They were saying, what you people are doing is wrong. I can ask you now, Maazi, for over how many years? Even some of them who goes out there to speak for Maazi Nnamdi, maybe you saw them at the early stage, they go, when they see something, they withdrew back. They saw something. They did not just keep silent because they want to keep silent. They are not that evil as most of us or most of you are thinking. I have to tell you that. Now we realize that why they are saying that DOS have taken money, these people have damaged. Some people have damaged the image of IPOB on the ground. That they see all of us as fraudulent. Maazi, some evil politicians, some governors set a trap through some siblings of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what is happening. That is what is the problem. People do not want to talk about us. They don't even diplomatically, we are being embarrassed. Let me tell you, somebody like Dave Umahi, Willie Obiano, even Okezi Ibazo, and some other governors, Yeso Wike, they were in a WhatsApp group with Birchi, the DSS director. They gathered their intelligence. They realized that there is a loophole here. Maybe from the siblings of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, we can get to this guy. Maybe from 1 or 2 persons, we can get to this guy. Some of them came out that, oh, we love what you people are doing. The governors, I'm telling you, some of them, Devo Mahi, yes, all these people were involved. They were in a WhatsApp forum. They now start to say, okay, we are supporting you people with this. Now, a member is one of the siblings of Maazi, and there is no need to mention his name. He will go to collect this support. He doesn't know that there is a wired camera in the place he goes. Everything there is
take money. Is that the support?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. To say we are supporting the struggle. Yes. They will call that they are supporting the struggle. It was a heavy trap, Maazi. It is a trap that have damaged IPOB internationally and the inside. That is why nobody talk to us. Nobody talk to you. We are just doing this and people don't care. Because they see it. I can tell you, there are over 25 to 30 videos of where people who claim they are working for IPOB, they are working for the leadership of IPOB, and some of them have nothing to do with us. There are video evidence, heavy video evidence. I'm not telling you. There are video evidence in Transcorp Hotel, Abuja, where somebody who is going there to collect money, he meet this governor, he meet this senator, everything they give him, every envelope they give to him, everything they were giving out were all video recorded. The DSS, they were working with these top politicians. It was Dave Umahi, even to a point, Bichi, the head of the DSS, set also his own trap. Dish out the money also. And one of them also went to pick the money. They have the video. They have video evidence of all these things. Now, when they have trapped them, that is why sometimes if we are talking right, these guys are talking left. If we are talking left, they are talking right. They don't want you to come even close. That's why when they hold Nnamdi Kanu, it was all about money. People were confused. They have told you money in America. What they were not even talking about, how do we handle this problem? This is the blackmail behind the continuous detention of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am making it very clear because if we don't understand this thing, people will be talking rubbish. That is one trap they have circled Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Nigerian government now uses these videos to blackmail Maazi Nnamdi Kanu internationally. They use it also in Kenya to convince the Kenya government that the Biafra struggle and all these things, they use it in many countries. There are places we have been confronted that the Biafra struggle is not for struggle, it is for fraudulent activities, just to carry money from people, do this thing, and the leadership, and many of, we don't know about this. It was a trap the DSS set. That is why greed is very, very bad.
So, Maazi, what you are saying, which means,
yes,
these people, they are, whenever they are going, they say, okay, they also mention DOS, that it is for the DOS, they are representatives of the leadership.
Maazi,
is that?
No, they go as the leadership. They go in there as the leadership. They are the leadership.
Of IPOB.
They're giving them of IPOB. They go in there that maybe in the sense that, my brother is there or there was this thing. I don't want to reveal more things. But I'm telling you what, we need to also be very diplomatic in what we are saying. We have information more than we can disclose on the air. But I'm telling you, Nigerian government use these videos. Now, the first video, this video of money, they feel it was money that we were defrauding our people. They use it. I'm telling you, a diplomat told us when we are talking about Maazi, he said that you people were fraudulently defrauding your people that coming to carry on. There are video evidence. We were shocked. Now we have to go down go back to investigate, even try to talk to some of our people, some elite. Why are you people not talking for the release of Maazi and Nnamdi Kanu? And many of them are giving also this. Look at what is happening. We feel you people are jokers. People, you could not even protect what you are doing. People, they cannot, they say they feel ashamed to decide because that is not what they expected. They didn't know Nigerian government went too far. It was a trap set by Devon Mahi, Yesomweke, Odiano, all of them. They understand what I'm saying. Maazi, this is what they are using as blackmail. They say that the Biafra struggle, Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, they collect money, the people are dying, they say they are doing Biafra struggle. That is their first. Then the second one was when they hold Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. They now push the criminals. That is the second part of it. They now find somebody who they will say he's taking over from him. They start to commit heinous crimes against our people. That was the second phase of how they want. When we talk about how to destroy IPOD, that is what the plans are all about. Number one, they have circled Maazi Nnamdi Kanu with people, I don't know, you understanding me? You send them, some are not, there are different people anyway, but there are videos from Transcorp, Abuja. There are videos from Umuahia. There are videos from Ebony. There are videos of different places that was, and some from some businessmen also. The videos are there. It is used for blackmail, diplomatically, and everywhere. Sometimes you talk about things, people that are looking at you. Now, they enter the second phase where they use these criminals, start committing heinous crimes. Why we said we are not continuing in the court case is we realize that as the Maazi Nnamdi Kanu have been discharged and acquitted in the Supreme Court, in the Appeal Court of Justice, they went to Supreme Court. Let me say, this is common sense. The Supreme Court said that it is unfair. It was not right. It was not right to remove the bail for Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, right? It was wrong to remove. But the Supreme Court did not also use their power to say, okay, it was wrong to do this. Now, I will grant him bail. But Maazi, are you understanding me?
Yes.
The Supreme Court said that what High Court did by removing the bail clause is wrong. Then the Supreme Court would have used their veto power as the Supreme Court and said, we grant him that thing that they removed there, we are granting him bail, let him go. No, they didn't do it. They sent Maazi Nnamdi Kanu back. Today, the same Federal High Court. Now, the DSS, it's like a new case coming. The DSS have prepared. All the new cases of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu is based on terrorism. Maazi, are you understanding my point? All the case now, even now they don't treasonable felony case. They have dropped those cases. Those cases are because they know it holds no water to carry Maazi Nnamdi Kanu to court. They knew. They know that if they continue on this, their treasonable courts that the the appeal court have discharged, acquitted, all these things, they have trashed it. They go back because they are filing new cases. New cases of terrorism, new cases where, let me tell you, the DSS did not keep Maazi Nnamdi Kanu just for keeping sake. They kept him so they can extract information from people around him, the information that is being given out to connect the dots. Who and who? What did this person say? Who is it communicating? They are keeping Maazi Nnamdi Kanu to be able to connect the connections with what they have in Maazi Nnamdi Kanu position when they hold him. Do you understand me? In the court, they brought 2,000 pages of communications, evidence. People they were communicating, that is the one they brought that time. Remember, along the line, they brought these ones what they brought. people he was sending message, and we have been shouting. Do not go to Maazi Nnamdi Kanu thinking it is just you are going to DSS headquarters. Be mindful of what you are talking. So with the crimes that are being committed in Biafra land, with people who are going to Maazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out and still deceive people that everything is fine. They go to the DSS, is all of them going, every one of them visiting Maazi Nnamdi Kanu is being monitored heavily. They monitor them heavily. They know I'm saying it so that tomorrow people don't say DSS didn't talk. Even if they whisper on his ear, the place they keep Maazi Nnamdi Kanu is fully wired. It's fully wired. My brother, this is DSS for Christ's sake. Even if they take somebody telephone and make call, DSS is hearing it. Even if you say, I beg, give me your phone, I want to call. That call you make, they have embedded the voice of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, if care is not taken, into their system, that anytime he speaks, it will catch immediately. It will signal. They start hearing whatever he's saying. You know, people think, oh, they keep him in a room, a visitor comes, he's in the room, they close, they are talking, they think all is fine. From the things some people are coming out there and communicate people outside, communicate, DSS have all these informations, many of them. When we are shouting, all you see they were doing, people were trying to protect the rubbish they have caused badly our leader. That's why you see them, everybody, if you talk, they were trying all this, they attack, this person they attack, this person they attack, you are this, you're that, you're this, you're that. They are trying to connect everything. And we have sat down and watched how the game has been played. We have now realized that, hey, these people have committed Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. These people have gotten things. Only IPOB can defend all these things they are running around. They are wasting time. Maazi, only the innocent, only the bold can confront Nigerian government. If you have taken bribe from Nigerian government, from some Igbo politicians, your mouth is sealed. They cannot talk. If they talk, they kill them. If they talk, they kill them. Don't think that the DSS, they are jokers. They are not jokers. Forget about this thing we come, we talk. They are serious. It comes to Onyendu health issue. People, some of them will want to play politics with it. There is nothing to play politics. The case of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu this time is different from his case in 2015 and 16 and 17. Totally different. It's a serious issue. Now, with all these things, Nigeria have also guaranteed William Ruto that they won't leave him, because they know if you leave Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, he will come to file case against William Ruto in Kenya on what's happened to him. Then the question is this: why is those cases that the family of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu took over? Anybody that wants to come inside, they fought you, they will fight you like you have a personal issue. You see how the Kenya issue happened. Have anybody asked them what happened in Kenya? What is the outcome in Kenya? They fought everybody. Even, I am saying it here, even somebody we sent in Kenya who investigated what happened to Maazi Nnamdi Kanu was later killed in Kenya. Now, what happened? You try to put this side in UK, where IPOB is fully registered. They don't want us to even step in. And completely the case is messed up in the UK. Now, they have come also because they are protecting something they don't want people to understand. And if we continue in this way, they will use it against Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is the one that will suffer all these things. He is the one they are using all these things against. Even though he is not the one he took anything from anybody directly or indirectly. Or let me say, he didn't take anything from somebody directly. Let me speak the one I know. The people caught in videos are not anything, but it's being used. Maybe they said it's Maazi Nnamdi Kanu said them. We don't know what they have said. We cannot say. And even if we know, we can never make it public. Now, on that, there is two issues. The blackmail, they're using it on every politician. And what they did is some people, with those video evidence, some people also who feel, maybe Dave Umahi will say, no, we are supporting the struggle. Somebody say, we are supporting. You don't know Dave Umahi is an agent for the federal government. Maybe you don't know. So you told him, he passed information to those people that you are supporting also these people. They start to follow you. And many of them become scared because in one way or the other, they are being blackmailed. It is being used against them by the DSS. I can tell you DSS have spoken to many Igbo businessmen. Anything they tell you, you are sponsoring IPOB. They told you, I want to tell you sometimes, think about MFLA for DSS to say he's sponsoring IPOB. Maybe somebody also might have gone to MFLA and took money from him, deceived him, and DSS, do you understand me? Or DSS also might have sent somebody to him. He may have the love to support the struggle. Maybe it's his DSS that sends somebody also to MFL. He say, support these people now. He support. He don't know they have trapped him. I don't know if you understanding the connections, the game they have played around the leader of this movement and around this struggle. Now, coming to court, it is all the cases of terrorism. Every case they are updating to bring Maazi Nnamdi Kanu to court is all crimes that he did not commit. They are crimes that he was inside, even if he is still inside, and being committed by these criminals and autopilot. That is the crimes Nigerian government are filing and the gathering against Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why when we got this information, got this intelligence, have it, that's why we said we are not accepting further court trial because the people swear that they will jail Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. One of the politicians said that Maazi Nnamdi Kanu said they cannot jail him. Nigerian court cannot, that he will see them jail him. That is what the politician said. And if you got for that. For you to know the gang up against Maazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafra struggle. Now, as they have ganged up for all this, they have ganged up against how they will, because they want to bring him down. And I can tell any one of you that the leadership of IPOB, as long as I know, we do not have any clue, any idea if anybody from all those people are supporting this movement. Me, China Samoru, I don't know. I have never heard it before. Every one of you can agree that we are the one sponsoring this struggle. Yes, Maazi Nnamdi Kanu is the head. People may give donations. We are not being informed. It's very clear. I'm saying this thing for people to know. All those people claiming, people say that China Samoru, the money they are gathering is just the DOS that are managing it. China Samoru is richer 10 times than Ifan Yoba. All these things continue to blackmail people, shifting blames of all these things on people who have no information of what is happening. And I will tell you, unless Maazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out and say otherwise, I can say categorically here that Maazi Nnamdi Kanu knows nothing about anything concerning crimes committed by these Rima people. These are some criminals. Ihetenansa, Osumohu, Mbosi, Uli, Ukpo, Arundizog, Okigwe, Mbitolu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because we don't know information. People goes there to feed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Maybe you don't know whether they have told him, oh, these boys are fighting for you. So they say, yes, okay. You understand me? Only that they use it and commit him. That is why I want every IPOB media warrior this night. I want every one of you to go to the archives. Bring out all the press release. I'm not telling you to share it tomorrow. No. We have to compile all the archives and keep it. We're going to keep it any day they say they are coming to court. We have our antidotes on all those terrorism issues they are putting on the head of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They continue to gather all these things because they are using it to do what? They want to jail him by any means. That's why we say they will never jail him, and we are going to stand in that gap. I am making these things very clear today so that people will know what is about to come, what they are planning, the mindset against our struggle, the mindset against what people are thinking against us. And we don't know. Sometimes people will tell us there is somebody, he came, he said his name is Biafra. He came to, he said you people sent him, his name is Biafra. There is support. So who? We have an inquiry line. We have. I know some people may want to support this struggle. They want it to be discreet. They don't want their names. And people are using that advantage. If you hear the number of people, the kind of money people say they have donated to IPOB, you will weep.
That is secretly, right?
We don't know. Secretly, Maazi, and we don't know. Money runs in millions of dollars. We don't know. We don't have idea. And this is what they are coming. Even to the point that the sibling of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because I want those things to be clear. When they were saying we sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he called Azayoba when they are trying to tear the DOS. This Kalonta, he called Azayoba. He told Azayoba, you are stupid, you are in the DOS, you don't know what is happening. These people are carrying money. Azayoba had a discussion with me, said this is what, he said, I have the message. So, the question now, we will be the last people you will say we carried money. That, do you understand me? We keep silent. As a guilty conscience, only know when you hear on our path. Guilty conscience fears no accusation. They continue to rope this thing that I am telling you, if you come to our land now, they believe the whole DOS were corrupt. They are the ones sending these people. There are video evidence. I am telling you. Many video evidence of people they were all videos. I'm telling you the ones I know. The ones I have been able to have the opportunity to know. The DSS have many more than we don't know. Because there are videos from Transcorp hotels. Where these governors used to stay, they will go, they give envelope, they make videos, they have videos. It was a trap they set for them. I came here last time, I told you, one of the Devomai, Stanley Okoro, he was the commissioner for Homeland Security for Devomai, Stanley Okoro. All the money he was bringing to some of them, he had the video, it was a trap. To damage the image of this struggle. Some will say that IPOB have liquidated, they don't have money. I ask, is IPOB a company? How is it liquidated? That is why also when the rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, some were telling us hand over ESN because it's liquidated, they don't have money, no money again. So why we hand over ESN to the governors? Why we hand over ESN to the traditional rulers? Why? Why? Can I understand what is happening? They attack, come against me. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done this, Chinas and the Madubugu have done this, they have done that. Because we said no. No. We cannot. These are men who volunteer to defend the land from the Fulani herdsmen. These are men who are keeping our farms safe from people. If you think that ESN is not keeping the land safe, tomorrow we will have a meeting. If we have an anonymous agreement, we withdraw ESN from all the bushes. We ask some of them to find one place or the other. Let you see. You will see what will happen in Biafra in just 1 month. But is that the wish of Biafrans? No. Will our people be happy that ESN are withdrawn? No. And since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention, who knows how ESN is being sponsored? It is IPOB. And my thanks will always go to the IPOB Europe. The coordinators in Europe. My thanks always go to them. Because they are the pillar that have held this, especially on the movement for our men to continue to protect the bushes. If people if you think that it is easy, tomorrow let us call this name. We told them, go for 1 month, just go for 1 month break. Let us see what will happen in Biafra land. For you people to understand the fear of ESN is the beginning of wisdom for Fulani people and Fulani herdsmen. Imagine the state where their own, imagine like Imo State, a state where the governor is bringing them in. Those things, those people they are bringing, they can't do it in some other states. They have come already and they know what happened to them. Do we have to come on social media and start making noise? The order is there. If any Fulani man, Fulani herdsmen, leave Fulani now, bring it, they want to be Fulani dog men. They want to bring dog. All of them are Fulani herdsmen. You bring dog, you bring cow, you are Fulani herdsmen. How can Fulani herdsmen will no more come with cows. They are now coming with dogs. To do what? All these things are things they have used to make sure to blackmail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. To make sure as they are coming up for this new court case. I am shouting it on Radio Biafra. We are not supporting any further trial. We must make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released from the hands of the Nigerian government without further court trial. And I'm making it very clear today. We already have our intelligence reports, those behind everything. For now, it may be okay for you, but tomorrow, it's not going to be okay. And let me tell you people something. It is to jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that is why Nyesom Wike is made the FCTC minister, where he will be in full charge, the judges, everybody. Maybe after he might have, if he succeeds to jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then they will remove him as FTC minister and find something else. Nyesom Wike swore that he will make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is jailed. That is what he said. That is why he fought. They gave it to him because there is a job he needs to do in Abuja. Make sure. You don't see just when Kanu Agadi just show Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's system, they immediately he catch his property, mark it for demolition. Don't you people see it? Don't you people see it, or you are not connecting the buttons? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom needs radical activism. The new sound that have come, we have not heard him talk. He only tell us is the wish of God. This is not what we need. People are not standing up. It is not only IPOB we do this job. We are doing, but we need. We must, in any means, there must be people we must touch, people we will use. It is our people in government that will pass information for us. You don't have any, there is no way you will get certain sensitive information without your own people who are also in government. You cannot get information from the military without your own people or your sympathizers inside the military. You can't get it from the police. There is no way you can get it. It doesn't happen. Especially in a closed society like Nigeria. You don't have any tracking device. You don't have listening device. You don't have tracking equipment you can use and say, I'm listening to their conversation. No, you need people around who will get the information from you. For you to be able to work, you cannot dislodge a government by being far from them. You must have insiders. The way they have planted people inside IPOB is the way we must plant people inside their own government. That is the way it works. We must have our sympathizers everywhere. So when you come on air, you don't know who is your sympathizer, you don't know who is not your, you come on air, you attack this person, you call this person criminal, you have no reason, you have no evidence. You have many of our people killed in Olo, in Osumo, have you asked even how are they killed? For example, they see you, they said, hey, we saw a receipt from Inland Revenue in Aronu Zoo. They kill you. They saw a policeman, their own brother, who might even be helping them. They kill him. They saw their brother, who is also defending them. There was a lawyer who is defending IPOB members in court. He used to go on to defend IPOB member. They kidnapped his in-law, took from him nearly 18 million naira. And today that lawyer doesn't want to hear anything about, because he was calling. He said, how can this be? They took from his brother 18 million naira. The lawyer said he won't support us any longer. He won't go case for any IPOB member any longer. This is not what he think IPOB is supposed to
Guys,
be.
they kidnap his brother. Is that what you mean?
They kidnap his in-law.
Yeah, criminal.
In
the name of IPOB.
In the name of Maazi, in the name of IPOB. And this man has been defending some IPOB cases. He has been bringing out some people out. And after that, he said, please, I don't want to do anything with IPOB any longer. I don't want to declare. Do you understand me? You can't convince him, because they told him it is for Maazi and the Kanu. They don't care. He said, I am bringing you people out. They refuse. Even some of these criminals, there are people they have kidnapped, taken away their houses. I'm saying it on air. The people told him, I am brother to Barrister Jofo. They say you they lie. At the end of the day, the person will go to a Jofo take telephone and speak. Said, no, this is somebody, do you understand me? I know, I like this. The person said, there was somebody, a well-known person in IPOB who is committing crime before he kicked out of IPOB. He thought the person was lying. He was shocked. Those confirmations led to expel him, because those accusations was coming. He was the one negotiating for him. He was shocked. All these things are things they have managed to use it to blackmail IPOB, to damage IPOB. And it was not a mistake. Whatever you see the autopilots and their chief criminal are doing, it is not a coincidence. It is a well-orchestrated plan. People are sponsoring, channeling them for you to see them. Every one of you, do we even reason for all these years they were dragging the name of ESN, using ESN to raise funds? Many of you were supporting them. Now today, They now tell you nothing like IPOB, nothing like ESN. Now they have formed their own. Are you people now happy? People that came on air say they are making vote of no confidence. They've removed the leadership. They removed with some women in America, like Bridget. After all those things, they still come back and they come from the back. They want to join the DOS. Because they could not achieve what they were asked to do. If the DOS are not men of integrity, this struggle will tear down. I'm telling you people, if these people in the DOS are not men of principle, the struggle will tear down and nothing nobody can do about it. This struggle will destroy. It's because we stood in the gap. We know all their dirty plans, all the things they are gathering, the information, the intelligence they have gathered, they will use to persecute Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, to prosecute him. We all have all the intelligence, the ones we have. But we know they have, there are ones they will not tell us, there are ones they know. But there are nobody, everything they are using, anything they are using, that everything they are doing is for a purpose. And this my message will go to people, especially in Imo State. In Imo State, I mean Osihitokwa, Ihetenasa, Osumogu, Lilu, Mbosi, Azia, Opo, Arundizog, Okigwe, Mbitolu, Iseke, Uli, and the whole of Olu zone. IPOB do not have, and the ESN have nothing to do with all these criminals in your society. Because we hear communities, we hear town unions, when they talking about these people, they say they are IPOB. This is what they are saying. And I am asking all of you, is it true? I have said this from the time when they rendition Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. In IPOB, have you ever heard one day Maazi Nnamdi Kanu said that the name of ESN is Umuoma? Have you ever heard that? Have you ever heard the name of ESN as Umuoma? And I came on radio. I have said it on many occasions. Take this audio and straight to these places I just mentioned now. If people have committed crime against you in these places I mentioned, we have our IPOB inquiry line. I know not everybody, but you can send it in your town unions. Tell them, bring this complaint to IPOB. Some we can help. Some we might not help you. Reasons I say some we can help, if it is something on the process, there is we have our way we can bridge certain crimes that they want to commit. But if, for example, they have burned your house, they have killed somebody, we can't raise somebody who is already dead. We cannot raise the person. But and I can tell you also, we know many people committed crimes using the name of IPOB. And we have continually come here to tell you people and say this is not IPOB, and the area these crimes have been committed, we came on radio, we told you we have nothing. In fact, for now, no IPOB meeting is allowed in Olu and all these places because of what? The level of criminality. Other places can be functioning, but you see this area that have turned into a criminal zone, and people are just only calling IPOB. They forgot who the governor is. That this man was a former highway robber. A former highway robber. A former highway robber who have many kind of boys. They know him. He's from Olo. Am I the one? He was a former highway robber. Before he pick money, they bring him as a driver. From there, he changed. From there, he found himself, because that is Nigerian politics. Nobody checked the record of who is in his government and who is not in his government. Just like a Soludo recruited one of his head who was a criminal who had served jail time in Nigeria. Then he appointed him as a personal assistant. It doesn't happen. So it means that they don't even have the mechanism to scrutinize and to profile criminals. That is why you see the Nigerian police, you see all of them, many of them, some were criminals in the prison. I have never seen where they pick prisoners in the prison and they recruit them inside the police force. Instead, if you commit a crime in the police, you will be jailed and dismissed from police. But Nigeria goes to the prison, takes some criminals and recruit them inside the police force. All crimes being committed, everybody go out there. There are people using the name of IPOB. If you call him, Mr. Man, you said you are IPOB, who is your command? He start asking you, where is your unit number? Show you, he said, he start asking you, I'm ESN. And you will see, this is a voice of a northerner. They are the one using also the name of IPOB, kidnapping, committing crime. Because they have found out that Olu is a carcass. Every animal, hyena, jackass, every animal is heading there to commit one crime or the other and go away free, because the governor is... You ask yourself, is there a governor in Imo State? All these things are happening. Because he knows nothing than crime and criminality. That is what Hope Uzodinma knows. Hope Uzodinma knows nothing than crime and criminality. That has been all his life. Most of the boys disturbing these are all his boys. A drug or a crime, all this. That is why you see Olu is no-go area. They have killed innocent people. And at the end of the day, they call IPO, they call Maazi Nnamdi Kanu in the prison. The money they have reaped from kidnapping in Olu and part of Anambra, it's alarming. The money have run in billions. If you want, even this one they call who fake his date, they call Gentle. He fake his date and ran into, he's demanding millions from communities. The community, he's demanding 200 million from a community that this is for they will use for Maazi Nnamdi to handle the case of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. 200 million. This boy they call Gentle the Yahoo is calling a community, demanding 200 million from the community. If not, he will come to burn their houses and all these things. It is money they will use to continue to fight for the release of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. That criminal, all these things in the name. He is the one, he said he's Biafra Liberation Army. But we will get his voice of yesterday or 2 days ago, where he's claiming to be ESN. And the community is claiming he's ESN. But he parades outside as his Liberation Army. But in his voice messages, in people he's communicating, because they can't stop communicating. They need to continue to, do you understand, move in this act. They need to continue moving, communicating. They come on social media, that is what they do. They come on social media, they tell you we are Liberation Army. But when they make calls for kidnapping cases, people asking for money, they ask it in the name of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB and ESN. Have you seen what these people are doing to this struggle? But 2024 is our year.
And to implicate Maazi Nnamdi Kanu.
To implicate him more. To implicate him more. And these are people who have committed heinous crimes in the name of they are doing their first struggle. Why they are criminals. Maazi, I will stop here so that also we can move further. When people ask questions, maybe some issues can also be clarified.
Ndewo Maazi. You have touched many things anyway. Let us move on to this conspiracy by some Igbo political leaders to assassinate many top IPOB principal officers and associates. Please, Maazi, what will you say about that? And how credible is this? There, Maazi.
Mazi, Ndewo. Mazi, the problem is that we love to bridge crime before it happens. That is one thing we have learned in this struggle. Because already our place has become a place, everything they want to associate it with crime, tag IPOB, tag this. So the ESN and IPOB intelligence unit, our work has become, we try to bridge things before they happen. If we got the information, if we got the intelligence, even if it concerns us or it doesn't concern us, Mazi, we take it very serious. Mazi, the assassination, conspiracy, and plan, I will tell you something. The day they invaded, let me tell you how they work. The day they invaded Maazi Nnamdi Kanu home, there were people they were expecting there in that place who used to help to support Maazi Nnamdi Kanu directing the struggle. The plan of the people that sent them, they wanted to kill. You know that time Maazi Nnamdi Kanu used to address our people in Aparuku, all those times. The Nigerian government and some governors, Dave Umahi and all these things, they believe there are people who are sympathizers to the struggle. They wanted to assassinate them together that day in the home of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then fast forward to this issue that happened. In 2021, I will tell you something. Before the rendition, if all of you can remember the day they attacked Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor's home. Mazi, did you remember? Before the rendition of Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. I think everybody remembered it. We got the intelligence that some people are trying to attack Barrister Ejiofor. When I got the intelligence, Barrister also, I think he had the intelligence. We discussed about it, and I told Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, I am sure I told him, I said, it was the time Maazi Nnamdi Kanu appeared in Jerusalem and is no more in Nigeria. They tried to, we realized that was when they were rounding up. They were getting closer to Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that time was when we got some information where they are saying, rounding up. And we thank God that we also used to tell Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, there is a conspiracy like this, there is a plan like this. Most of you did not know that that day they came to Barrister's house. Most of you did not know that Madbugu was with him in that house that day. That is what many people did not know. I think there was a case they are about to go. Madbugu sent to Ejiofor. He was in his place that day. And I told Onyendu about this assassination plan that time. He said, leave it, maybe this talk, people can be talk. It didn't take 3 weeks. It didn't take 3 weeks. I think it's not up to 3 weeks. They strike Barrister Ejiofor's home, where they kill his personal assistant, that attack that happened in his place, with video evidence. The police said they didn't come there. The military said they didn't come there. The DSS said they didn't come there. All of them have denied they didn't come to that place. When they did it, it didn't take long. Maazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and renditioned. Their plan was that Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, when they brought him back, that Ejiofor will not be able to surface for the case. It's a strategy. They wanted to kill him that time. So when they bring Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, this thing that is happening now with his case is what's supposed to happen 2 years ago. They want everybody to run away. Nobody will come from Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. But we thank God for the courageous spirit in Barrister Ejiofor. We encourage him. But he said, no problem. Anything, even if they need to arrest me. Remember, his case was not cleared at that time. DSS was looking for him. Everybody was looking for him. And at the end of the day, he promised that he will go. He said, I will go. If they want to arrest me, then they should arrest me. And that's how he went into that case. If you ask Barrister Ejiofor, before my last broadcast, what I'm saying, I got the intelligence. that there is a group of people among a group, they call themselves cult or this, and they call them, I don't want to mention their name. Just let me leave their name. I got the intelligence. There is a plan they want to, that if a Geoffrey leg comes in the east, that they will kill him. I didn't do, what I did was, I know Barrister was going for some case in the east. There were some cases he was attending in the east. Anybody know Barrister Geoffrey? Ask him. For 2 weeks, I call him 3-4 times every day. Barrister, are you okay? Barrister, are you okay? Barrister, when are you leaving the east? Barrister, please leave the east. Anybody can ask Barrister Geoffrey, was this thing happening? You tell me one day, don't worry, I will finish, I'm going. Don't worry, I'm rounding up the case, I'm going. And anytime he's going, I don't feel comfortable because I know there were some plans, people who are, they understand me, they said they will kill him, that they will cut his head first and bring the head to people who send them. At the end of the day, I continue to disturb Barrister Geoffrey. And that time I am disturbing him. Benjamin Madubugu raised an alarm. 2 hillocks filled with some armed men. They passed in front of his house and broke an egg in front of his house. We got information they want to attack Madubugu also. They said they will burn his house like this. Immediately, we took action. We start to, because I told you we know how to breach certain things. We know where we go. We say we are looking for these people. Everybody starts those who will run. But what used to stop IPOB sometimes is that when you take up some challenges, it looks like it is personal. If you start to pursue the criminal, it looks like it is personal. People will turn the story around. That's why most of the work IPOB do, we try to do it on the ground because the enemies are too much. It is for the betterment of our place. That people came in December and December was quiet. It was people that did it. We don't come to take the credit. If they doubt, I have said this myself, if they doubt that ESN and IPOB is not in charge, let us try just for 1 month. Let us try. Let us just tell us, no, it is not IPOB, it is not ESN that is controlling this territory. Let us bet. Anybody want to bet us? Let us bet. In 1 month, they see what will happen in Biafra land. In 1 month, we release the mad dogs in the street and everywhere. But they don't want to give us the credit. They don't know what we are fighting. I continue to call Barrister. I told him, Barrister, leave. Barrister, leave the southeast. Barrister, leave the southeast. Don't stay in the southeast for a long time. Then when he came into Abuja, there are more things. I'm not going to say it on air. When it happened, I told him, Barrister, don't play with your life. Life is, you lose it, it's gone, it's gone. One thing is this, even the siblings of Maazi and Kanu, they are not free from this assassination plot. Because these people are planning, even though they are going that if they jail Maazi and Kanu, they will go after the family members. So that nobody will continue to talk about this case. Nobody will go for appeal. Nobody will go for anything. They will scare people, everybody away through assassination. That is what their plan is all about. That, but let me tell you, one thing in this is, both intelligent we have, and some of them were planning. We get some, one of the people is, one of the lawyers is planning, if it happens, he will run to UK. Another one is planning to run to Russia. Another one is East Europe. All of them already trying to find an exit way in case if it happens. And Maazi Nnamdi Kanu is only the strong and courageous will face this case with Nigerian government. And it's only IPOB. Nobody. All these things his Maazi Nnamdi Kanu siblings are running. They cannot. This is bigger than them. It is not a family.
Even can you shed more light on the case they went in the Maazi Nnamdi Kanu family in London? What happened? You know, you talked about, but you didn't finish it.
Well, I will come to that side.
Okay.
There is nothing come out from that side. So this conspiracy is very high. Their plan is clear the people who have the ability to confront the government. Clear the people who have the ability. They have tried to. Maazi, let me ask you people. For the past 2 years, you saw Ozekome, if he goes to any wedding, because he was the lead counsel, he go to wedding, he speak. You know, I don't know why people don't like people who sincerely helping them and supporting them. Everybody can agree with me that for the past 2 years, Ozekome, when Ozekome stepped into, there is no symposium, no conference in America, everywhere Ozekome will stood to defend Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, to defend the Biafran agitation. Because he knows what we are doing is not a crime. Self-determination is not a crime. But I can ask you now, since they removed Ozekome, who is writing, who is speaking? At least, who? That's what they want. The moment after the case on 15 December, I told you people, I wrote it on my timeline, that the next plot is to dislodge the lawyers